Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Hidden Realms channel, this time for something a little different. I, the resident GM, am passing the baton down to Lily, for she has prepared for us a one-shot, or maybe a two-shot. We are going to see. Without further ado, the DM for this episode, Lily.
So much power. So much power. So yes, I have prepared a little one shot because I thought, let's give ourselves some breathing space with the mockeries. A lot has happened from where we recorded up to the current selves. So yeah, just have some fun, have a game where we're exploring some of the new Tasha's stuff, which is going to be really interesting. And I hope you all enjoy. So without further ado, I will let the wonderful players introduce their characters, and then we'll get into it. So who wants to go first? Josh, you go first. I can see you dying.
No, when you touch your nose, it means not it, but I'll go first anyway.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's a thing. Everyone touches their nose, and the last person to touch their nose is... Anyway, the more you know, I guess.
Day.
Yes, I am playing Laurence Shybul, a 65-year-old Minotaur detective who he's often seen wearing one of those old film noir style caps and long trench coats. And because he is a Minotaur, he sees the world in grayscale. He actually sees the world as if it's a film noir thing. But he is a bit he's a bit mellow. He's a pacifist. He never carries weapons on him, and he's there, just solving mysteries and making sure that his younger associates don't dig themselves too far down. And that's all that I will. That's all I will say for the moment. Though there is more.
Very cool. Days, do you want to go next?
Yeah. I am playing Obsidian, a Earth Ganassi Twilight cleric. She's 30 years old. She is 6 foot tall, with very short, cropped brown hair and obsidian black eyes. She has a pale green skin for the nature aspect of her life. Any visible veins you see on her are leaves. And she has light gold scarring across her face and body, which we'll get into why later on. She has her patron, which will be revealed later. She despises necromancy and the undead, cannot stand that. And she becomes, this is not going very well.
I haven't said anything to anyone about other characters, so this is brilliant.
She joined the other two to fulfill her wishes of hunting necromancers. Callum,
why don't you take it away for us?
Well, I've got... oh my god. Dex Daxter is a fallen Asimir, and he may have the ability to have an undead with him at whenever he pleases, which might cause a bit of issues. But he is a lone wolf, so that I think he might stay clear of people a little bit. He likes the search for justice. His focus is always on the job, and he's out for a bit of revenge. And he's a big. He's the exact proportions of the rock, the human, not the inanimate object. I googled it for size and weight, and he's silver with grey hair, and he's around. I think he's 45. He's 45, and
cool.
I'm a bit worried now that.
I do just want to add one piece of description to my character.
Oh, sorry.
While both of you are incredibly tall, Laurence is 8 feet tall and weighs 350 pounds.
He's a big boy.
He is the definition of a bull in a china shop and is constantly accidentally breaking things around him unless he is very careful.
Yes. Oh, I love your
Damn it,
characters
it's a
already. They're
nightmare at
brilliant.
crime scene.
Yeah, it's bad. It gets bad.
Every race is going to seem smaller than us. Even like elves are going to be like not quite as tall.
These three
Halflings are
towering
going to be
people.
stupid.
We're the law.
It's going to be like Gandalf.
We should have advantage on all unarmed attacks against halflings because we could just step on them.
You could just boot them.
Yeah, just punting halflings. Oh.
Okay, so you guys have had a contract to go to a place called Thornindwen, which you would know as a little village a couple of days out from the capital of Flagsmarch, which is where your detective agency is based. Very small at the moment. You've taken this on because you feel that it could hopefully boost your reputation. And the contract is, in the village of Thornindwen, some children have gone missing in peculiar, I'm not going to be able to speak today, which is going to be great, circumstances. All the note said is, please help find our children. They have been lost to the forest. The forest, you would also know because it is very, very famous. It is called the Thornhill Forest, and it is beautiful. And that's where we're going to start with you guys walking through this imposing forest. It is dark oak trees that tower above anything you've ever seen. Even in the capital, you know of the mage spires and things like that. These trees could compete with the size. It is dense, but every so often you get this glitter of golden sunshine that creates this ethereal glow around the trees, the flowers, the grass, and everything looks healthy. It looks luscious. It looks like a very old forest, ancient almost. You do notice that the roses here, which is why this forest gets its name, have these deadly points on them. Their thorns are the sharpest thorns you have ever seen, and they almost glitter. This looks like a very magical forest, and it's nothing like any of you have experienced before. It's a dirt track, one dirt track that leads straight into the village you're going to. And I will pass it over to you if there's anything you want to be talking about on the way or having a look at anything. Just walking through very peaceful forest. There's a lot of bird noise, but that's about it. That's all you can hear is the birds.
So, Obsidian, Dex, what do you guys think of the outdoors?
I love it.
I've seen better. I'm going to pick up a rose as well. I'm going to take a rose, like going to pluck it from the ground.
Are you just going and grabbing it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You take 3 points of piercing damage as you touch this thorn, and even if you try to touch it lightly, you can tell instantly that this will just cut you to shreds.
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
Yeah, Dex, maybe you want to just careful of these thorns, you know, not called Thornhill Forest for nothing, right?
Yeah, now I get the name.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it all makes sense.
Might be good. Obsidian, you seem in your element out here. That's good.
Peace out here.
Ah.
Can I did Dax, did you actually manage to get the rose, or did you just cut yourself and give up?
I cut myself and dropped it.
I would like to bury it.
Okay.
Bury it.
You go to the side. The earth is quite soft. Not soft enough that, you know, it it's unpleasant, but you manage to sort of just brush some earth over it and pat it down.
Kid, you know I'm
Just
all
nod.
about peace and, respecting the dead and all, but that is a rose, right? You don't have to bury the rose. It's a plant.
It had life, therefore it needs to be buried from earth back to earth.
All right. I guess I'm not used to honoring plant life.
So
It just like keeps walking forward.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you probably just keep walking, keep conversing between yourselves. It takes about, you've been traveling for about 3 or 4 days now, and it takes you about another hour from when you made camp, packed up, carried on walking, and you enter this little village. The village is bigger than you would have expected, but it seems like it's got a lot of land, but not many people stay there. So to the north of where you entered of the village is a massive lake. You all would know this is quite a touristy location because it is called the Lake of Diamonds. The water glittered as if it is the purest diamond you have ever seen. It looks like a disco ball, basically, that shining, that glittering, and it is so peaceful. The water barely moves and it is crystal clear. To the east is farmland, which is quite prosperous. You can see that it is almost like the forest gives off this natural energy that makes the land here plentiful. So there's a lot of farming with animals that roam and graze on this dark, luscious green grass. And the village itself is very modest. So there's a few shops, which is a general store. They've got a logging workstation where it looks like they do a lot of timbering and is part of their trade. There's a blacksmith, which is quite small, but it looks like it has been, in the past couple of days, it looks like there has been a lot of production. There seems to be swords that are outside that almost look like they're too big to fit in the store. There's a small inn and tavern, which is called the Traveller's Tale, as in fairy tale, Tale. And on the outskirts is a small little bakery. Josh, Laurence, with your passive perception, you would notice that it is newer than the other buildings, but not as new as this little guard station that seems to be posted. The guard station is very new stone, but very minimal stone. It's more made out of this timber that they seem to be using, but it is, you would probably know it's about 2-3 weeks old. Daisy, well, Obsidian, please excuse me, I will start using your real name, your character names. You would notice, being a follower of Zarin, just as a little side note, Zarin is homebrew. I made this demigod up, so might be a bit unbalanced and might not know everything to do with him, but I'll sort that out, don't worry. There is no temple to Zarin here. There's no burial ground. There's no cemetery. There is nothing that would suggest to you that they have a connection to Zarin, which you would find very strange.
Alrighty, well, you two are taking point. I'll sit back and just let you guys get on with it. Where are we headed to follow up on this note about these children, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was headed there anyway.
This guard station's also quite a bit newer than the rest of these buildings here. Seems an odd new fixture to add for such an idyllic place.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we should talk to the people here before we check out the guard station.
I'll follow you, boy.
To the inn.
Now I've got to find the notes on the inn. Oh dear, oh no. I knew I had something for them. That's
I'm not
fine.
sure if
Right.
throat can take that voice for much longer.
Turns out that Dex affects that voice for 20 minutes every morning and then goes back.
Yeah.
He just had a cough.
I might have to make something up on this one. I know I had something.
Improv.
Improv.
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. Cool bean. So you go over to this little inn that is very plain on the outside, but as soon as you go in, it is a mismatch of different kind of pillows, crochet blankets, different types of tablecloths. It's very quirky and eccentric. And this human man, who I'm going to call Benny.
Benny.
I don't think I've used that name. Benny rushes with just so much purpose over to you. He's like, oh, we've got patrons. Hello, I'm Benny. I own this tavern. Nice to meet you. It seems like he hasn't talked to new people in a long time.
Hi, Benny.
He just comes bumbling over, completely just shocked and intrigued, and just like, oh, hello. And then he notices that he's got a fallen Aesma, an Earth Ganassi, and a Minotaur. He's like, oh, hello. We don't get many. Sorry, are you? No, that would be rude to ask. Can I help you with anything? Can I get you a drink? Can I get you some food?
Have you had customers before? What's going on?
Oh,
yeah,
we have. Yes.
That's why we're here.
Oh, well, we've got the rose thorn wine we could do, or we've got the barreling beer that we got in from the capital. That is top notch stuff. But unfortunately, we haven't had much people, humans, in for a long time.
Why?
Well, the walking station has had to close, and no one's allowed to go on the lakes. So the boating is closed. But it's okay. Everything's fine. We're completely safe. We have no crime. It's fine. Would you like some wine?
Can I smell if he's lying to me?
Can you smell if he's lying? You can just 23 smell. He's not. He's sweating profusely. He seems very nervous, but it's not. It's not. He's trying to make the best of a bad situation, is what you gather from him.
Cool beans. Yeah, I continue to let these guys decide what we're gonna do.
Let's try the rose wine.
Certainly. Is it just one for yourself, sir? I'll have one.
Thank you. I'm fine.
Okay, not a problem. That would just be 2 silver pieces, please.
Sure.
So,
do you have change?
You'd take off 1 gold and add 8 silver to your character sheet there, Callum.
Thank you very much. That was incredibly useful.
It's all good.
Exactly what I was going to ask. Silver. Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, wherever you guys sit down, he'll bring over 2, and they're like decent sized wine glasses of this blood red, sweet smelling wine.
I try subtly to try to keep it subtle, but I do try to cover my eyes from the color of the. I try not to look at the wine.
Yeah.
Is Becky still there?
Yeah. I'm sitting with you. I'm going to nick it.
Is this made from locally? Is this
Oh yes, it's made from the roses in the forest. Only the best for my patrons. Only the best.
And how do you collect them?
He looks at you. Well, we wear gloves. As soon as you point at his finger, he's like, well, we wear gloves.
Okay.
Listen, Benny, good sir. We got a tip off that there might be something for our particular skills. We're detectives from the capital. Something for us to investigate around here. Is there some kind of local authority or anything that you have heard that that might be helpful for us?
So as soon as you say local authority, he thinks for a moment. Well, we don't have a mayor, or well, we've got these guards, but they're a bit they're fine. But if you want to talk, well, it depends on what this is about, really. This town has got no crime. It's sleepy. It's just a tourist town, really.
And you get a lot of tourists here, I see.
Well, not recently. You see, we've had a bit of trouble with the roads. From Lenwyn, the next town over. People usually come through here when they're going off to the capital, but they stopped coming through here at the moment. The roads aren't particularly nice. We've had some magical beasts roaming around, but that's why we've got the town guard. They don't come anywhere near the town.
Great. Well, that's very encouraging to hear. Glad we didn't run into anything on our way here.
Well, no, you see, I'm guessing you're from the capital. They normally roam the other roads. The capital ones seem to be safe.
So just between Thornindwen and Lenwyn.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. That's we appreciate that. Maybe we'll go and have a chat with these guys after we're done our drink here. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Next mine, I've put the glass back down.
It tastes horrible. I'll wash it down.
Flowers.
Yeah, it's not quite. The taste is quite perfumey. Like you can tell it's been made from these roses that have been growing in the forest. And Josh, with your passive smell, you can still smell the roses from the town. You can still faintly smell that really sweet floral scent.
Would I have any? Obviously, this is not a new. This is not something we've encountered before. But would I have any knowledge about magical forests or anything that they might, any effect that they might produce?
You've heard of enchanted forests, but from what he is describing, it more seems like the plants themselves were magical, not the forest itself. You would know that some cases magical creatures and beasts would be attracted to those kind of forests because it's a magical energy there. But usually they have a sinister twist to them. This forest didn't seem like it did. It seemed very peaceful, very calm. You'd imagine if magical creatures were to go there, with your experience and traveling around, they would more likely be peaceful creatures that would prefer to stay hidden, not ones that will come and attack merchant carriages and things like that.
Okay. I have a little think. I'm gonna just say to Obsidian as I get up, I'm just gonna go get some air. Probably it was a safer bet to bury that flower than not.
Okay.
just looks up and smiles and just like, I know. I know. But thank you.
I'm gonna go enjoy the sunshine. It's nice.
I don't like it here. It's too nice. Something weird.
Nice. Okay. So, as you go outside, Laurence, there is some sort of just town meeting going on, or people are just coming away from a town meeting that is coming from the guards station, the little cabin that you can see. It looks like that it's a mixture of ASMRs, tieflings, halflings, elves that are coming away from the guard station.
I'll just stop the nearest person. Just kind of go, hey, sorry about this. I'm new in town. It seems like there was some big to-do just a minute ago.
Yes, I'm just trying to think who would have been the best person that you would have stopped. Okay, so you stop a young-looking woman. You'd say probably about mid-20s. She's got long, dark, curly hair that goes to about her hips. What you would notice about her eyes, they're brown, but when the sunlight hits them, they go a brilliant gold.
I'm afraid I wouldn't notice that, as everything is grayscale for me.
So you just see her eyes. Yeah.
So that's a very cool detail, but I'm missing it.
Okay, so yeah, you just see, a very pretty young human. She's wearing quite simple clothing with like a little apron tied around her waist, and you would be able to smell like freshly baked breads and cakes on her, and just warm like baked bread on her. She couldn't. You think she'd be about 5'5" in height.
So I'm looking way down.
Yeah. So yeah,
being very
like
careful not to accidentally hit anybody around me. I just under my breath just gotta go, oh, gotta keep Dex away from this one.
Hello, can I help you with something?
Yeah. Sorry to bother you. I'm just it seems like there was some kind of meeting or a big to-do. I'm new in town. I just wanted to know what was going on, that's all.
Oh, I'm Ava. I work in the bakery with my sister.
Laurence Shybul. Very nice. Reach down a hand.
Yeah, and she'll reach up like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were just having a little town meeting. There's been some trouble. We're just trying to make sure it gets resolved as quick as possible. And you can hear her voice like shaking.
Mm-hmm. Well, is this anything to do with the innkeep was talking about something on the roads between here and Lenwyn? It's beast attack, that kind of thing?
Oh no, unfortunately, it's nothing to do with any beasts. We hope.
May I inquire as to what's going on? I am a detective.
Oh, well, that actually sort of like brightens up a little bit. Like, oh, this could be someone that can help.
Yeah, I got two junior detectives who are much better at this kind of thing than I am. But you let me know what's going on, and I'll get them involved, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, she sort of like stuffs her feet on the ground. It's not really my place to say, but me and my sister, we've been here a couple of years, but we're still seen as outsiders. Two of the children went missing in the forest a couple of days ago. We're just trying to see if anyone saw anything. There was a group of children that was with them, but unfortunately they don't really know what went on. So they were asking the town members whether they've had any news or seen anything strange recently. And once she's finished, another woman walks up to her and says, Ava, we're not really meant to be talking about this. They're strangers. And you can hear her be like, but Sophia, they're trying to help. And
Yeah.
You notice that Sophia is younger, but seems more in control. She would be like, I'm really, really sorry if my sister here bothered you. We should really be getting back to the bakery. We've got a lot of orders.
Not at all. Not at all. It was me who bothered your sister there, little miss. My apologies for keeping you from your work. Maybe me and mine will come by and get something later on. Will that suit?
That would be brilliant. Yes. Yeah. We've got bread and some pastries that we can set aside if you'd like.
Brilliant. Well, I'd have to probably wait outside. Wouldn't want to come in and break anything, but
they both sort of like do the school go like like giggle when you say that.
Well, listen, Ava, Sophia, was it? Very, very lovely to meet you both, and yeah, have an absolutely lovely day. We'll see you in a little bit.
They'll start walking away, and Sophia will stop, turn around, and say, if you are trying to help this town, you should probably speak to Karen. He's the leader of the guards here.
Sophia, that's an absolutely brilliant little tip you gave me there.
She'll just nod her head and sort of, with a hand on her sister's back, sort of just guide her back to the little bakery that now you can see is the one that is a little bit newer, but it's still got some wear and tear to the actual building.
Oh, I love Laurence. He's such a nice guy.
I'm such a gentleman as well.
Right. Let's get Dex in on this.
Do you want to go back to the tavern and grab the guys?
Oh yeah. And I'll let them know what has transpired, and I'll be like, right, so that's this is your wheelhouse now. I'll let you guys take point. I can't let the old timers do all the work.
What did you find?
Oh, Ava, Sophia need to talk to Karen. They don't feel comfortable talking to people about this outsider stuff. 2 children.
Okay. I think before we go to see Karen, we should check out some more people, see what else they're saying. They all seem to be a bit scared of something. Should we check out the general store?
Lead on.
So it's still early morning, sort of 10, half 10 when you get there. So he's just this elderly elven man is just starting to open up, and you can see inside it's quite basic. So you've got your trail rations and things like that for travelers, but you've got some little trinkets. Like he has a beautifully done ornate rose with a very sharp point, like a little souvenir. He's got a couple of them lined up. He's got little flat iron cast scenery of the lake that it's quite clearly this is like the souvenir shop. He's got a couple of like little daggers and weapons hung far back on one of the far walls, just sort of hanging there, but they look rough. They're not what you would usually use because you're quite used to very exquisite, finely made weaponry. This looks like it's more for the travelers who might want to protect themselves. It's not expertly made.
Hello there.
Are you all just walking straight in?
Hell yeah.
I'll sort of stay outside and just sort of like if I can manage to duck under in the hallway.
What? Oh, let me just I'll move some chairs, and he'll move some stuff out of the way so you've got a little bit more room to get in.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Well, I'm Valen. I'm the merchant here. there something I can do for your folk?
Yeah, sure. How's business?
It's steady. It's a bit slow, but you know, peaks and lows, I guess.
Seems pretty quiet. Do you normally have a lot more tourists here?
Yes, but it is early morning. People do tend to come in and out. I'm trying to think who would know this best. Probably Dex. You would know that the next town over is about 3 or 4 days. So people don't just pop in and out of this town. He's obviously trying to say that to reassure, like, oh yeah, you know, people come in and out. But it's a journey to the next town. And you know from coming from the capital, this is the first town before the capital, so it's not.
I'm a detective. We're looking into some business.
What business would that be?
Well, we've heard from other people in your town that you have a problem with some beasts on the adjoining roads.
On the adjoining roads, yes, it can be dangerous. Travelers and things like that have been attacked, but that hasn't happened for quite a few days now, thankfully.
So you don't know about the missing children?
He will take a step back from you. So what happened was he was basically saying, don't make trouble. It's family business. They want to try and sort it out without help.
Got it.
Basically where he was getting at. And I've forgotten what that said, but he revealed that his grandson was in the group of children that were there. You asked whether you were able to talk to Kenny, and he said that he hadn't actually seen him since the incident. He's just thrown himself into his work.
Got it.
I think Obsidian will start talking Elvish.
And he will look at you and nod.
She's just saying hello. She's going to ask, is anyone here, including yourself, religious?
So this will be in Elvish, but I'm not typing out what he says. But he will say, yes, there are a few, but as you know, we do worship privately. And he'll turn away at you after that.
I kind of just bow. So I'm in my traveling clothes, but I've got a cloak on, so I'm quite clearly a cleric. It's all embroidered and stuff.
Yeah, he just shows you respects, nods his head. He seems quite taken aback that you spoke Elvish to him.
Obsidian, you're going to fill us in on what the hell's going on?
Let's get out of the shop first, Dex, huh?
Well, if you want to buy anything on your way out, just come and see me.
We'll be back.
Yes. Good day.
Thank you, sir. Here. All right.
Boy.
Hey, beautiful cat.
It's the boy.
Yay.
Curly tail.
Oh.
So you leave the shop, he will close the door behind you. But yeah.
Right, guys, what are we thinking?
Obsidian, what did he say?
Just kind of looks at him and it's like, sorry, I can try to control the cat. She looks at him and says, that's not your business.
Right. Okay. Everybody in this town's a bit standoffish. Nobody seems to want our help, including Obsidian.
All right, kids. We're all on the same team, huh?
Apparently.
So, Dex, what's the next move?
I really want to find a relative of those kids, or his grandkid would be useful, who actually saw what happened. Before we go to Kermin, what's his name?
Karen.
Kerin.
Okay. Because I think we need to go with him after we found out as much as we can. See if he's lying.
Alrighty, so where's this Kenny work?
Kenny, what you know is not been seen since the incident. And he is also about, I think I put them around 11, 12.
11 to 12.
All of them. But yeah, you don't actually know at this point where you don't know the name or names of the children that went missing.
Yeah.
You don't know who was there that witnessed it. You don't know where to find any of them. So.
All right. Well.
What do you think, boss?
Can I? Does Valen have a scent, and can I smell anybody or anywhere that he's been?
So he does, but it's more of what the store smells like. You kind of guess he has spent most of his time in the past couple of days in the store. There's a very faint smell coming not too far, a couple of houses down.
Why don't we go knock on a door, and if that doesn't turn up anything, let's go meet this Karen person, huh?
All right. You're in charge.
I'm really not. But I'll lead the way, and I'll just follow my nose to this door and give it a knock.
Are you just knocking on the door?
Yes.
No answer. And from behind, you can hear, "Well, howdy, y'all. What y'all little strangers doing in my town?" Yeah, and it's like he's talked to you as if it's nothing, but this massive 8-foot Minotaur is banging on this door, and you turn around, you see a human male about 5'6", quite lean, quite muscly, bald head, standing in there in a very hastily made guard's leather tunic, but it looks like it's been made with a pair of shears and some rope. It is that kind of shoddy work that has been done. Well, aren't you all a strange bunch? Can I inquire on what you're doing at Gail and Lena's door?
Sorry, whose door?
Gail and Lena's.
Gail and Lena's door.
We're just following up on some leads. We want to find out. We're detectives.
You're the ones from the capital, aren't you? Well, I'm so sorry. My name's Karen. I guess the guard leader here. Y'all aren't gonna find them in there. They left a couple of days ago.
Where did they go?
Back to the capital, I'm guessing.
Okay. And what are you doing here?
Well, two nice young ladies said that there might be some people looking for me. And y'all stand out in a town like this.
So are you go on.
Sorry. Can you point us in the direction where the beasts are?
I can do, but That won't do y'all much good. The kids went missing on the other side of the forest.
Thank you.
And is it safe to say that you're in charge here?
Well, that's being very mighty kind of you, but I wouldn't say I'm in charge. They just look to me for help. I was sent down here a couple of weeks ago to try and sort out these beasts, but when the kids went missing, I guess priorities changed.
Yeah. Gail and Lena, they were relations of Valen, were they?
Yeah, Lena was his daughter, and Gail, son-in-law. And poor Kenny, he was there when the incident happened. It was his grandson.
So they took Kenny with them back to the capital, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Gail had some family up there, and they thought it was better to protect him up there. I got all their statements before they left. There was no need for me to keep him in town.
Well, maybe you're somebody to talk to then. We are obviously trying to figure out what happened and see if we can bring those kids back home. Maybe you can let us in on what you know about what happened. We can work together. We're more than happy to assist you in whatever your investigation is.
That would be mighty kind. I don't. Sorry. It's not something we should really talk out here. If you'd like to follow me back to the guard house, the guard hut. We haven't really came up with a name with it yet.
Sometimes in the capital they call it a station.
I will call it a station, but it got 2 rooms. It's not
an office.
An office. We could call it guard's office with some weapons in the back. That would work.
You've been deputized, or are you mercenary type?
No, I was a guard. Back up in Flagsmarch. I was a guard, and they sent me down here to see if I could help out with the monsters.
Got you. Well, we're all from the same place then. We can help each other out. Maybe you've heard.
Certainly.
What's our detective agency called?
You guys didn't come up with a name for it.
Oh, okay. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, you're the writer. I reckon you would be.
Oh, you guys, just I'm trying my best. It's like I've had so much creative control over what happens in this group for so long. I'm just like,
I know
people make choices. Okay.
The detective agency.
Are we the only detectives in all of Flagsmarch?
You're not the only ones, but you're the only ones considered as personal investigators. Usually they would go to detective agencies like the Watch, the City Watch and things would.
Sure,
but
yeah.
you guys are like, no, we're going to do it ourselves.
See, I also thought, I thought, Laurence, that you, because you said you were older and like looking over it, I thought that meant you were literally our boss. But you're not.
I think it's less. I'm more like a mentor type.
You've been there for longer though.
I'm just more senior and like know my way around the biz a little bit better, potentially. But like in a way where I'm like trying to get you guys to do the work, and not in a boss you around kind of way, but like I'm not gonna be here forever kind of way. So I'm trying to pass on what I know.
I mean, it's Flagsmarch, is it, that we're in?
That's the capital.
No, Flagsmarch is the capital. You're in Thornindwen.
No, I mean, sorry, where the agency's based.
Flagsmarch. Yeah.
So we could just be Flagsmarch detective agency.
Yeah, I like it.
Good.
Okay, for sure.
Well, maybe you've heard of us. We're the private dicks in Flagsmarch. Flagsmarch Detective Agency.
Well, I'm really sorry, y'all. I haven't heard of you, but we did get a message down from the capital saying that, from one of my guards that are up there, friends, that y'all would be coming down. So I'm very grateful for any help. But like I said, these aren't things we should really talk out here.
Sure. Well, we'll come with you then.
So he will lead you into this rickety old, or not rickety, but rickety built one room, and then in the back you can see there's some weapons on the floor, some desks that have been really hastily made. And what else do you see would be helpful?
So how long ago did the kids go missing?
Couple of days.
Couple of days.
It was about
Maybe they've been there a couple of
probably
weeks.
about a week ago, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, the main room is bigger, and you can see Karen has a desk that he will go and sit on, and he's got, I forgot to mention, he's got like a massive sword, a great sword on his back, very finely made, and you would recognize this as a weapon that a lot of the guards carry in Flagsmarch, and he'll just place it down beside him. And coming out from the back, where you can see all these weapons just on the floor and not looked after at all, is this tiefling with red skin, which you do see. So this red skin tiefling with navy eyes for you two. And he is followed by the angriest dwarf you have ever seen. And he's just like, no, come fight me. I want to fight. I want to fight. He's obviously joined this or volunteered because he wants to fight anything and everything he can. And you hear the male tiefling say, Flynn, I'm not fighting you, all right? I've got other things to deal with. We're not sparring. Just go and do your work. And this red tiefling notices Karen in the room, and he goes, oh, sorry, Karen. Flynn is just getting a bit riled up again. And you can see he's holding like 2 daggers. This little dwarf, like, come fight me. I want to fight.
Call that short man syndrome. Right.
A little bit, yeah. He's like, Solomon, just take him outside. We got some business to deal with.
Guys, you guys go on in. I am happy just to stay outside for a minute.
Thing is, I wrote about these characters before you told me anything about the grayscale and red.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. The world shouldn't adapt to my eyes.
So yes. So.
Or if Solomon and Flynn are going outside, then I'll come in.
No. Yeah, so what will happen is Flynn will get escorted by this about 6-foot tiefling outside. But you notice, actually, Callum, why don't you roll me a perception check?
Okay, D20.
D20, please.
12?
Okay. So
as... Anything?
Oh.
No? Do I add perception to it? Oh, it's +0 anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's fine.
So, your passive is 10, isn't it?
Huh?
If he's got a +0, then it'll be, yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry. So we'll keep with the 12. I was thinking if your passive was higher than what you rolled, I would just use your passive, but that's fine.
So sorry, I'm just going to interrupt. So, Callum, so everyone has something called a passive perception, which is like a baseline if you don't need to roll for, and it's 10 plus whatever you add to perception, and if you add nothing, then it's just base 10. Daisy and I have various bonuses which make ours very, very, very high indeed.
Yep.
So I just thought I'd let you know what that is because I haven't been using it in the mockeries at all. And
I'm very perceptive. For a detective, I'm not very perceptive.
Fine.
But anyway.
So as Solomon walks past the group of you, he will look you up and down and just go, not good enough, and walk away. You're the only one that notices that, Callum.
What the
as he walks past you, he just looks the group up and down and goes, not good enough.
That's Solomon or Flynn that said that. I'm not there, I don't notice, but
Solomon
says that?
Oh yeah, when he walks past you, he doesn't say anything else. He just walks past.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen, how many other guards do you have?
I was waiting for that question to come up. Give me 1 second. Just try and find it. Okay, so that's all right, no problem. So you've got one. Well, you've got myself. You've just met Solomon and Flynn. We've also got Matthew and Fiona. So it makes 5 in total.
And Matthew and Fiona, what race would they be?
Does it matter?
It helps.
Well, Matthew is my second in command. He's human. And he's gone out with Fiona, who is also human, just to go check the roads. We do it every morning and every evening.
Okay.
Obsidian, you want to take point on this one?
I'm just looking around the room.
Yeah, and as you can see, like some of the beams aren't like together properly. It's like gone all a bit skew-whiff and not, and you can see like rays of sunlight coming through. And the floorboard, you can see, imagine Brighton Pier, those in between, like you can see below, like it's not done very well.
Karen, I love what you've done with the place. Did you do all of this yourself?
Well, right. I may not look like guards very much, and this might not look like a guard station or however you guys want to call it, but it's the best we got.
It's great.
Just nods.
Oh,
No, yes.
how beautiful.
Can I look around to see if there's any religious artifacts, please?
Yes. Make a perception check.
My passive is 21. Do you still want me to make a perception check?
No, that's fine. No, actually, yeah, no, because you're actively looking for.
And who provided you your weapons? These are really nice swords you have.
Well, my sword I brought down from the capital. The other swords were made by our blacksmith in town, Gwyneth. She's she's Flynn's mom. I think he wanted to get away from her for a little bit. And he's also quite an angry little man.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, what did you get? 15.
15, 1-5.
So you can't see any religious artifacts anywhere. There's nothing you would expect a house to have. But what you do see is on the inside plate of, not plate because he's wearing leather, but sort of burned into Karen's leather armor is a set of golden wings with a scythe lying across it.
What would Dex and I know about Zarin?
Why don't you both make me religion checks?
I would love to do that.
Religion.
Now I've got to find my notes on my own guard.
Well, I got a 6, so not much.
That's a 19 for Laurence.
Oh.
Okay, so let me start with the 6 and then I'll build onto it.
Good idea.
Yeah, so what you would know is Zarin is not usually called Zarin unless it is by the clerics and priestesses and priests, but he is known as the Soul Guide. And what
guide? Sorry?
The Soul Guide.
The Soul Guide, right. Okay.
You would know that his symbol is a set of golden wings with a scythe lying flat across, and it's almost like the wings are breaking apart from where this scythe is. He is known to be the god that when a person dies, he's the one to greet them first. That is probably as much, a little bit like death, but that is probably where Dex's knowledge of him stops.
Okay.
Laurence, you would know that people that have come back from being dead, being resurrected, have all said the same thing. That very angelic golden wings, almost blinding golden wings. Obviously, you don't know what the color gold is, but you can.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. No, I understand gold's a color. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know that it's like a precious material as well. You know that it has wealth to it.
I'd probably be able to recognize the metal if it was in my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wears a robe covering its head,
Mhm.
but it is skeletal underneath, but it's like black sort of smoke that comes out, and holds a great scythe, which is ornate, carved, just beautiful. Even the blade, it doesn't look like it's used as a weapon because it is beautiful. Like, you wouldn't want to get this weapon dirty. And if you go to the celestial plane, you know that Zorin would embrace you in these golden wings. But if you were destined for the 9 hells, he would cut you down with a scythe. What you also would know is, if he knows that a soul is destined to return to the mortal plane, neither of that happens. He just simply bows and walks away. That's what you would know.
Cool, thank you.
But obviously, Daisy, you would know a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
So he has the burned into his leather, the golden wings and the scythe.
And we've all seen that.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wearing any like cloaks or anything. It's just literally burned into the leather.
And forgive me, there's one more question about this religion and stuff. Is it common to worship Zorin?
Yes.
Cool.
He's not. Thing with, I guess with the 19, you would also know that he is not seen as good or evil. He is just.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't pass judgment on people. Usually, it is just, oh, you've got a contract with Asmodeus. You need to go to hell, or you're going up.
Got it.
So, soldiers, you would probably know. Sometimes they do burn the emblem into their armor because it is a way of, if they die in battle, Zorin can find them easier because they have got his emblem on him or on them. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Lord dump, sorry.
No, love it. Okay. Mr. Karen, what else do you know about these kids going missing?
Well, unfortunately, we've not been able to get much from the other children, just that they were playing in the forest, which is not unusual. They know the forest well. They heard a scream. They thought it may be someone that needed help. They were on their way back to the guards when they went missing. They turned around, walked a couple minutes, and they were gone. However, Eli did mention that Thomas and Sammy, they were unsettled by this scream. They wanted to go and find out if they were okay, whoever screamed.
First off, who's Eli?
Eli is Solomon's brother.
Got it.
He's very protected over him. I wouldn't really probe Solomon too much. He doesn't feel like we're doing enough already. He wants to keep it in-house.
Now, he sounds like a prime candidate to volunteer if we were to, say, ask to see where these kids went missing.
I have tried to get him to come with us. He said that he would give any information that he would, but he won't go anywhere near the forest or where they went missing. This town is a superstitious town, and there are rumors and going-ons that make people very scared to go into the forest.
Seems a nice enough forest. You say the kids usually play there. What superstitions keeping people? A town being afraid and having monster attacks on the road is not okay. You and I, Karen, know that. So, irregardless of what these people are afraid of, you and I have to agree that we have to get to the bottom of this.
I completely understand, and it's not the monsters they're afraid of. These are hardy people here. They can handle themselves. It's just there's this glade that no one will go to. No one will even come with me to go to. They say it's haunted. They say it's got bad energy. They're very, very superstitious people.
And there are no exceptions. There's no young, scrappy dwarf looking for a fight who might be interested in bringing us.
The dwarf, he says he can't kill it. He's not going.
Wow. What if he... You know what? I would like to talk to the dwarf. And hey...
You're more than welcome.
If I manage to convince this kid, Karen, will you be interested in coming?
I can't. I'm sorry. I've got to protect these roads. There's only 5 of us. I can spare 1 man if he's willing to go, but you gotta understand.
Yeah, absolutely. More than one problem happening to a town. You got to deal with the ongoing one. Understood. We're your backup, Karen. We're here to help.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Cool. Where did that Flynn get off to?
Oh, you can hear him shouting outside, and it sounds like he's kicking the building.
Listen, I'm going to say this to Dex and Obsidian. Listen, you guys know I'm not one for violence. He seems like he's only about violence. Maybe I'm not the person to talk to him about this. And I want to be clear. I'm willing to go and figure out what's going on, and if there's something wrong, if there's some kind of monster or something, I'll help you guys fight. But I don't kill people. It's my thing.
Sure.
I just feel like that's the wrong tack to take with the young dwarf.
We've just got to stroke. Got to see if he can come along with us.
Cheers, kid. Appreciate that.
It's all right, Dad. Okay, so is Flynn? We're outside now, are we? With Flynn.
Yeah. So if you walk outside, the sight you see is this angry little dwarf that has got braided brown hair and a long beard that has got little braids in it. But he's clearly been eating something because he's got crumbs all in it. And coming up about 10-20 meters away, or feet, sorry, from where you are, is another dwarf. This is a woman, very strong arms, black apron on, soot on her face, and also got like lovely braids in her hair that come up and sort of wrap into a bun on the top of her head, like little wispy bits coming out. And she is making a beeline to this little angry dwarf.
Okay.
You can make a safe assumption this is Gwyneth.
Yeah.
His mum.
You guys get him on board. I'll run interference, and I'll go and I'm on an intercept course with Gwyneth and let these guys talk to.
Like, so one goes and the other two.
Get him on board. Get him on board.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hello. You must be, etc.
Yeah. And what you're hearing as you sort of walk closer is, Flynn, you young man, you get back to the fort. Don't you dare! And you just see him like jump. As soon as he can hear it, he like jumps at the noise, but carries on like a kid that is just not listening but knows their parent is calling.
Flynn, I hear you're fearless. We're looking for the strongest warrior, and Karen has recommended you. He says that you will come with us to where the kids were last seen. What say you?
I am fearless. This is true. Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Obsidian, help him. Help him.
I'm not charismatic. I didn't make her charismatic. It's just opposite to Thesia. She's just like, I talk to plants. I'm the dead.
Well, he's our charisma based person. So
I roll a 20 plus my persuasion, yeah.
Yeah,
But
you roll it twice and
disadvantage.
take the lowest.
Okay. So 10 plus 3, 13.
13. Right. Well, I guess I am fearless. I guess I could take you to where I know they left, but I'm not going any further than that. The forest.
What?
You shouldn't be going around in the forest.
And why is that?
It's haunted.
At that, I just like crouched to his level because I'm like 6 foot. So I'm just like kneeling in the grass, like, is there death there?
Is there death there? Isn't that what haunted means?
I love that you're thinking about it.
She's like, she knows it's like a young dwarf, and she's been a cleric for so long.
And he's
like,
still got these 2 daggers in his hands as well.
it's just
Where
like,
he's just like
kid.
pummeling this building.
Just like, and composed. Just kind of staring at him with these black eyes, like, you stupid little thing. Okay. What I meant was, if it's haunted, have you seen the ghost schools? Scary thing that go bump in the night.
What do you mean go bump in the night?
Okay,
No.
I want to. Can I do undying? I'm going to summon a dead person right now.
You need a corpse. Just letting you know.
Damn it!
When she just heard you say some of the dead things, she just like starts sweating. Like, you will not.
Yeah, and like Flynn, this hard man persona drops, and he just stares. Like, what do you mean? Some of the dead thing?
Nothing. I just meant that the dead are on our side. It's fine. So you'll take us to where you last saw the kids leave. That's great. Should we
Well,
go?
I didn't see him leave. I'll just take you to where I know that the investigation was, and
Okay,
we'll
that's
cut
fine.
to Laurence and this screaming dwarf woman. You get out of the way! I'm going to my son. You can't stop me.
Right? No, of course I wouldn't dream of stopping you, but
This little hammer as well, and she's like, you can't stop me from seeing my son.
Heaven forbid, madam, it is on a beautiful day like today in a lovely town like this. When I see a woman of your particular qualities, I have to come and introduce myself. That was all. I've been meeting people all around town. These lovely people, Ava and Sophia, have this lovely bakery, and there's some rose wine in the inn. And I was wondering if you would care to join me for a bite to eat and a glass to drink.
How would she react to that?
Wow.
This is me running interference.
I know.
Now
that she's closer to you, you can see that this woman is tired. Like, she's got bags under her eyes. She's just sort of slumped a little and goes, look, I don't know why you're in town, but I need to get to my son. He's not going back into that forest. He's not going anywhere near Nitro's cottage. He's just not going back in that bit. You're not going to take him.
What? Now, listen, we wouldn't dream of taking anybody anywhere they didn't want to go first things first. And listen, I'm in the business of helping people, right? With whatever they need help with. And it seems to me that there's a lot going on in town right now. Listen, it's our job to try to look for these kids. That's why we're in town. That's what we're trying to do. And we know that your son can help us with that. And so we might be trying to persuade him. My colleagues might be trying to persuade him to take us into the forest, but we would return him lickety-split. And if there's anything that we can do to help you out, please, I am all ears and nose and horns.
Look, I get you're trying to help the people in this town, but he's not going near them. He's not doing it. He's not going back in it. He didn't come out the same last time. He's not doing it. She's just constantly like just babbling, like he's not going near the blade, and she will start saying knife throat and then will stop and just not doing it, not going.
Ma'am, can I just say something here? When you are used to peace, any traumatic events, any violence will leave that first mark on you. And I will tell you from my personal experience, there is only one thing to do, and that is to end the trauma. That is to end what's gone on. That's the only way to move past it. That's the way your son's going to be all right.
Make persuasion with advantage.
Do I add anything to my persuasion? No. That's an 11.
When you start saying about the first acts of violence leaves a mark, she instantly shifts her attitude and the way she speaks. You can see that it's almost like a completely different woman talking to you. I don't know what you're trying to do, and I want the children back. But this town, that there's things that we can't. And she stops and she thinks, don't take him to the cottage. He will take you to where the investigation has led them. Please, I beg, don't take him any further. Please, I can't lose my son.
We'll send him back. Huh? We'll get him to show us where we need to go, and then we'll send him back to you, right?
Then she turns. I was about to say over your shoulder, but she'll literally just go from, like, you're standing in front of her, she just goes, wait, stop in that building and take them. Thank you.
Hey.
And she walked back towards.
I wasn't kidding about that drink, Gwyneth.
She just chuckles. She just laughs. She just chuckles.
Okay, I'll go back to my friends. Alrighty, Flynn. Dex has had a word with you. What's the sitch?
Yes. Well, I guess being the strongest and bravest guard, I'll take you to where the investigation is. I'm not going any further than that, though.
Of course not.
Don't go into those forests.
Your mom, I didn't turn her away with no conditions attached. You got to come right back as soon as you've shown us where we need to be.
Why does she always get involved in my stuff?
It's all right, kid. You want to ride on my shoulders when we go?
She's just like, no, I'm not a child. I've got daggers.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Can I say when I'm getting up? Oh.
So you get the idea that he doesn't like people seeing him as a child because his mum obviously treats him like he's still 4. And he must be dwarven years, in his 30s. Like, he's not young. So his mum sort of mollycoddles him a bit.
I just give a little subtle wink to Dex and Obsidian as I rile up this kid a little bit, this young man.
And as you're taking the piss, you can see he's getting like the tiniest hammer, and he's about to throw it at your legs. The more you take the piss of him, he's like, I'm just gonna throw this.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. So you guys making your, huh? Can I just say, as
weapons. Where does it? So we're both talking. Whoops, you go.
It's fine. I was just saying, as I because I was trying to get eye level with him. But as I get up and dust myself down, which is quite hard being Earth Ganassi. I'm constantly dusty. I turn to Dex, and I would like to use thaumaturgy as not to hurt anyone, but like as an intimidation. And I would like to use 3 effects, which be ominous whispers, earth tremor, and thunder rolling in.
What are you trying to do with this?
What are you doing?
Enhancing an intimidate roll, I think.
Yeah, just looking at Dex and going, you will not rise anything dead, undead. You will not do necromancy in front of me. And like just everything starts like rumbling, like she's pissed. Like, this is my cleric that refuses things to die.
Well, that suits me because I don't like killing people. So,
Fine.
although it's useful to make use of dead people when they are dead. I'm just saying.
It's true.
It's a useful skill.
It's also fun.
See, Dex, that's not the kind of thing you should say to Obsidian, right? We should stick to the necessity, and like as soon as you start saying it's fun, that's when you invalidate your point. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's fun.
I'm taking it you guys are going with Flynn and making your way back into the forest.
Mm.
Okay, so his little short legs, it takes you a while with him being small, but he leads you probably an hour into the forest. He seems to know it quite well. He seems to be fine. He doesn't get turned around. He just goes straight. And he takes you to just what looks like a normal wooded area. Some of the trees here are a bit smaller than the others, but apart from that, he will turn around and go, right, so this is where the kids noticed that the other ones, Thomas and Sammy, did I say? I think I said Sammy. Thomas and Sammy went missing. Yeah. But we looked around. We went as far as we're willing to go into the forest. Nothing.
See, Flynn, I promised your mom that when we got to this point, I'd send you home. She mentioned something about a cottage.
He visibly pulls himself into to make himself look smaller. He's very, very afraid of what you've just said.
Now, I'm not asking you to come with. Just point me in the direction. Yeah?
You really don't want to be going anywhere near the cottage.
I know. Scary
Look,
cottage.
my mum said it's haunted, and all of the adults, not adults, not a child. All of the townspeople say that it's haunted.
Now, believe me, I get it, but just talk to this woman who's vanished for a minute here. I
think she can still hear us. I think she's got her headphones in.
This lovely lady, Obsidian, is a devotee of Zorin. You know what that means, don't you?
Well, yeah, everyone knows Zorin.
Right. So she has a level of authority in these kinds of affairs, yeah?
Well, that's not really what my mum told me, but sure.
You got acolytes of Zorin? You got...
Well, my dad was a cleric of Zorin, and obviously he told us stories. But ghosts and things like that are people that he's brought back to the mortal plane because they haven't got peace. So it's probably going to be angry. And if it's been here a long time, it's just going to turn into a wraith. And I can't kill a wraith. So I'm not doing it.
Well, just because, and I'll kneel down and I'll go, kid. It's easy to forget, and I do this sometimes, that we are not the be-all and end-all, and our abilities are not the be-all and end-all. There are plenty of things I can't do. There are plenty of things you can't do, but that doesn't mean that there aren't.
You don't know me.
That there aren't people who can do those things.
He starts going back to the daggers, and you say that it's
kid, you want to draw daggers on what is this?
Look, I'll point you in the direction, but I'm not going near the cottage. If you guys want to go get yourself killed, fine.
Thanks. That's all we asked for.
And with one of the daggers, he points sort of southeast. Says it's about 20 minutes down that way.
All right. You did good. Thanks for bringing us this far. And if we don't come back, we've been killed by wraiths, and you were right, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess so.
That being the case, tell Karen that he's doing a good job and look after your mom for me. But, you know, if we come back, we'll let you know what happened.
Will you tell me all your adventures?
I certainly won't tell you all of my adventures, kid, but a choice few.
Well, that's if you come back anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll be out of your hair if we don't, right?
Right, I guess. You'll be dead, so.
Yeah.
And he'll just sort of leave at that kind of point and just head back in the direction that he led you. Kick some trees and things on his way that you can see.
That young man needs some kind of rite of passage. He's far too old to be acting like he is.
Yep.
All right, team. From this point on, how far away did he say this cottage was?
About 20 minutes.
Okay. Guys, I think it's about time we link up as we go ahead. And I will use my I'll use my psychic whispers ability. So I will roll my psionic energy dice, rather. And for the next 5 hours, the three of us are telepathically linked. Ooh. As long as we are within 1 mile of one another, we can communicate as a free action, I believe. Speak telepathically with them. No action required for a message. We don't have to speak the same language, but we do, so that helps. And I believe...
Do you have to see one another?
No.
No, it's just when the link's there, you can communicate to whoever.
Yeah, just to one another.
Okay.
And either any of us can end the telepathic connection at any time we like, with no action required.
Very cool.
And I'll just talk in my mind and go, you guys getting this?
Loud and clear.
You know you don't have to touch your head when you...
It helps me to to imagine.
Brilliant. So basically, this is just so we can keep in contact with one another in case we get split up, and so that we can talk privately if there's anybody around.
These guys are fucking annoying.
So we'll go quiet from this point on.
Can you just hear my thoughts all the time?
No, you have to communicate.
Okay, phew.
As fun as it would be, Dex. Alrighty. And at that point, I'm like, cool, my facilitator role is complete. I've established this connection. We got 5 hours on the clock. But I'm not a fighter. I'm going to let these guys go ahead and do whatever they're going to do. Just keeping my nose out in case I smell anything as we continue.
Okay.
So, 10 minutes, you guys walk in the direction that Flynn told you that this cottage would be. And Laurence, you start to smell freshly baked bread, flowers. Not unusual for the flowers. You can smell some kind of sweet, syrupy, can't really put your finger on what it might be. You can smell what you think is probably a soup being made, like very savoury, smell of chicken and vegetables. and for another 10 minutes it just gets stronger and stronger until you come across a beautifully made old cottage. It must be about 100 years old. It definitely looks a lot older than the village. The wood is incredibly old, but it doesn't look damaged. It looks almost pristine, but from especially Obsidian, you would be able to tell that this wood is incredibly old. It's got a heavy looking front door with little window shutters. Rose beds just line all around this cottage, vines creeping its way up. A proper like fairy tale cottage with these gargoyles that are on each point that just outlook, but they're old and cracked. It's the only thing on this cottage that looks like it's been weathered. It's got a little gate before you reach the rose beds and walk up to the front door. You can just see, also what you can see is just, because one of these shutters are open, is just an elderly looking woman walking up and down, whistling and just humming to herself.
Can I make a nature check to see if this is actually like the scenery
Real.
is actually like natural?
It would be nature or arcana. I'd let you do nature.
Take
or
nature.
Arcana.
I'm proficient.
Take nature.
Nature. 5 is a 23, please.
23. It's real. It's 100% real. Now that you're quite close, you can see like a small little chimney that's got like some smoke coming out of it.
Is it still daytime, or are we getting
Yeah,
into the afternoon?
it's about it's probably about lunchtime, because you guys left sort of pretty soon after you guys arrived, so it's probably about lunchtime.
The smell of coming out of this place is real good. That bread smells kind of familiar. Reminds me of that bakery back in town. I forgot to get a bite before we came out.
It also looks much better than I expected.
Obviously on the alert, guys.
Bit suspicious.
And there's all of us just
signaling it's in our heads.
At all.
Yeah, I'll let you guys.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do we just knock on the door?
I'm going to knock on the door, yes.
Be my guest.
Witch battle.
Okay, so you knock on the door?
Is there a door knocker, or is it just...
No, it's just a wooden door. There doesn't seem to be...
It's really loudly, like, knock.
Obnoxiously loud. Oh, coming. One second, I'll be right there. You can hear some shuffling going on, and then more like shuffling of feet, not like anything else, just shuffling of feet. And this old woman opens the door. As the door opens, it's very old. You can tell that she probably doesn't use it that much. It's like really stiff, doesn't get used a lot. And you see this old, friendly looking woman, very small in stature, with a very wrinkled face. She's sort of, it's a little bit hunched over. You two notice that she's got blue eyes. They look very kind. She just comes across as a very gentle, kind old lady. She's got upturned lips, so it's like she's almost smiling, even when she's not moving her face. And she's got a nice but sort of simple dress. It looks like she's almost made it herself, of just a white dress with like pastel pinks and blues. I mean, splodges that look like flowers, like is it a flower, is it a splodge kind of thing? But they're quite small, so what you would gather is, and Josh, you'd smell it off the dress, is it's almost like she's dip-dyed flowers and printed them on the dress herself. So she smells quite floral. Yeah, she goes, oh, hello, strangers. I don't get many visitors. Would you like to come in?
Is the roof low enough?
Yeah, it's when you look in, it's surprisingly quite roomy. It looks like she lives there alone, so there's not a lot of furniture. It's quite spacious.
In my head, I'll just say, you guys go ahead. You talk to this lady, see what she's all about. I'll do a sweep around the perimeter while you do that. And out loud, I'll just go, oh, that's very kind. I'm just dropping these guys off. I just need to search my knee isn't what it used to be, you understand?
Okay.
Well,
so seeing as Callum's just popped off, we'll do the perimeter first. So you walk around, these flower beds carry on the whole way around. It's fenced, got some vegetable patches in the back. It looks like she's growing some carrots and potatoes and root veg. Nothing out of the ordinary.
They got a second floor? Like multiple stories? Just the one story?
Just the one.
Can I see anything if I look in any windows?
They're all like these wooden shutters. So you'd have to actually open them.
Can I do that with one?
Sure. So a house. So you would have 2 at the front where you guys came in, 1 on the side, and 2 on the back.
I'll open up the right one on the back.
Right one on the back. Okay. So can you make me a sleight of hand check?
Oh dear. I can. But this is where subtlety is not my thing.
Yeah. Because when you said it, I was like, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I am. That's 4 minus 1 is 3.
Okay, so you do get it open because you are quite strong, but it makes the most horrible noise of like warped wood moving, and you guys can hear it. You guys can 100% hear it. But you open up, you peer inside. It's just a bedroom with a big double bed, 4-posted.
Knowing that they would have heard, I just called. That was my bad.
Oh, look at him. Oh, I wish he hadn't have done that. That's a bit rude.
No, I was just leaning up. I apologize. I don't know my own size. Sometimes I'll pull it closed just as slowly and make just as much noise.
Yeah, and you can see that she's like, oh, I hope he doesn't break my house.
I'm being so careful. I'll let you guys do your talking now. I'm good. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep circling.
Yeah. Would you like some tea? Yeah. Well, I'm guessing you two have gone inside. Would you like some tea? I've got some bread I've just made for my soup. If you'd like some, I've got some biscuits I made earlier.
No, thank you.
I'm fine, thanks. Very kind.
Okay.
So, have you lived here? Do you live here alone? What's the deal?
Yes, I live here alone. I don't really know what you want me. What that question was. I live here alone.
I just wondered. And how long have you lived here alone?
Oh, well, I'll be 96 next year. So 96 years almost.
Wow. Okay.
Can I
go ahead?
Make a perception check on her face?
On her face?
On her face. I just want to check if she's like, because she just said her age, she's like 96. I assume she's human.
She's 95 now. She's almost 96 next year. Yeah.
But I want to make look if she's like
Older or younger than what she-
incredibly old. Yeah,
Okay.
like she's like, I'm 96, but secretly I'm 310. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Carry on.
Perception. Charisma. Soul. No, wisdom. Okay. Plus 3. 18.
Yeah, so you get the sense that she would be in her late 90s. She seems very frail, very old. You don't get the sense that she's misleading you about her age.
So, do you get many visitors here?
No. People don't come here very often. They seem to think this place is haunted. I think they may think I'm dead already.
Oh, why would they think that?
I don't go to the town much. They're very insular, is probably the right word. They don't like, unless you're here for the lakes or the forest, they don't like strangers very much.
Can I start pacing around like the living room?
Yeah, so I didn't actually describe what's in the living room. What you see is on the west wall is a bookcase, but it looks very dusty. It looks like it's not well loved, except a couple of books that have, if you go up and read them, or are you just pacing?
No, I'm looking.
It's just on baking and flowers. It seems like she does a lot of baking and cares for her flowers. And just off to the right is a rocking chair, and it sits sort of diagonally facing this roaring fire, which is where you guys would guess that the chimney is in the smoke that you saw from outside. It's got a rug in the middle of the carpet, but like I said, it looks like one person lives here and they don't really own that much.
As I'm walking, I'm quite tall, but can I shift my weight to see if there's any if there's a rug, like anything under it, like a basement?
Yeah, of course you can. There's nothing changes. It's just very sturdy hardwood that you can feel.
To the others, I still think something's wrong here.
It's a bit it's a bit too normal, if you ask me. Yeah. So, what was your name again? Sorry, my name's Dex.
My name's Nithra.
Nithra. That's a very unique name. And how do you spell that?
How do you spell that? Nythra. Nithra.
That's a lovely name. So Nithra, when was the last time you went to Thornindwen?
Oh, about 4 weeks ago to get some cooking supplies. I tried to make everything myself, but things like flour and some meats. I'm not much of a hunter, unfortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't go there at all. The townspeople were just superstitious bunch of nonsense, I guess.
And what makes you think that? What do they say? That you're haunted?
They say that the area around my home is haunted. I get funny looks when I walk into town.
Have you ever experienced anything unusual around your house, your dwellings?
Not unusual. There are a few magical beasties that walk in and out, but they're the quieter type. They're not there to harm. They just, you leave them be and they walk past.
Some magical beasts.
Magical beasts. Like,
okay,
just tree folk. And sometimes you get the odd vicious one, but you just stay out their way.
Okay.
And at this point, you can see that she's sort of looking into the kitchen and being sort of like looking and thinking. And she's like, I think I left my soup on. Just 1 second. And she will pop off into the kitchen, and you can hear some rattling and some spoons, and then it just goes quiet. Just quiet.
Nitra, are you okay in there?
Excuse me. There's nothing.
I completely forgot about my weapon that's on my back.
What?
Yep.
What weapon?
I have a halberd, the massive axe, like 2-handed. I drew a picture. This one. It's like massive with a point at the end, and I have a mace.
Damn.
I am a cleric.
I am a cleric. You will not die. If it pisses me off, I'll make it natural.
Yeah.
I've just got a couple of hand axes and some daggers.
It's like if someone was to piss her off and she killed them, she could give them their last rites.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, and now it's a funeral.
I just feel like I don't trust anybody in this game. Any of the people.
I don't know what you're talking up. They are perfectly trustworthy people.
Everyone just seems normal, and I don't like it.
Don't trust no old woman in a cottage.
No.
I love how that's the like, just don't trust this really lovely woman that's just offered you tea, cakes, and warm bread.
I've learned from a very early age not to accept like treats from strangers, especially old women in cottages.
A creepy cottage.
It's a very
It's not
homely
creepy.
cottage.
That's what's creepy about it.
Don't know what you're talking about. So I forgot to mention that in the living room that both of you are in. So yeah, you got the rocking chair that sits next to the fireplace. It's set into this grand piece of stonework. The carvings are of thorned rows that interlock and twist around each other, and a small table sits next to the rocking chair with nothing on it. It just looks like a table that she can sit at. Table she can put things on while she sits in the chair by the fire. On the wall above the fireplace is a deer head that looks like it's just a trophy that is mounted in like a wood frame above. It's the only one though that you can see at the moment in this room. Yep, she's just gone into the kitchen and you can't hear anything else.
Guys, you all good?
I think you better come in here, Laurence, if you can fit.
Yeah, all right. You guys investigate. I'll be in a sec.
I would like to stealthily walk towards the kitchen holding my mace.
Okay, make a stealth check for me. 14. Yeah. You manage to miss any creaking sort of floorboards, and you make your way to the kitchen. Are you going in, or are you just standing by the door?
No, I'm going in.
Okay. So it's a small kitchen with just a small cooking stove that has got a big pot of roasted vegetables in like a broth. There's fresh fruit and vegetables, and it's just looks like someone was in the middle of preparing a meal. To the side there is a beautiful looking, delicious baked bread, a whole loaf. It's got a lovely crust on the top. It looks very spongy, and then on a little plate next to it are these little round biscuits which look like have edible violets that are cooked into it, and they smell quite sweet.
Where is the woman?
She's not there. You don't see her.
Can I make a perception check to see if there was...
If she's jumped out the window.
Well, no.
Yeah.
If she's like, if there's a hidden door.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does my passive perception help at all?
No, because you're actively looking. Or make it an investigation check, actually.
Yeah, investigate. Oh, yes.
Investigating.
Oh, that's a natural 20 plus 5 plus.
Oh.
So 25. You look around, you're on your hands and knees looking under things, tapping. There's nothing here that's got any hinges that would suggest a hidden door. What you probably would notice is, even though there's baked stuff up here, there's more than enough cutlery for one person. More than enough plates, more than enough knives, forks, spoons. And the pot of food she's made is big.
Guys, where's the old lady?
Good question.
Not here.
Okay. Can I smell her?
Just smells like baked bread, soup, biscuits. You can now tell the sweet syrupy thing. It smells like she's made like a violet syrup that she's baked into or glazed on the biscuits.
Ma'am, if you can hear us, come out, please.
Don't get any response.
Hmm.
Is she expecting company, do you think? There's a lot of food for one old lady.
Or she's kidnapped the kids and this is where they are.
Go straight to, she's baddie.
Never trust old ladies.
Trust old ladies.
Trust me, from my time on the Capitol, I can tell you, never trust old ladies.
Oh,
Secretly, it's from my time elsewhere doing other things, but the point still remains. Never trust old.
well,
Oh my gosh.
my old lady, not really, but my mum just gave me some baked goods, which I do trust.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Don't eat it! Don't eat it! Ah!
Right. Sorry.
I think I might need to check out the bakery.
I unfortunately might agree with you, but we're not quite done here. You guys just get ready, see if anything's gonna happen. Miss, if you're still in here, or if you're still within earshot, I really do hate to do this. We're gonna start upending things.
Okay. You don't get any answer.
Okay.
Don't get
I really do
anything.
hate to do this. I don't actually do it, but I make it look like I'm about to.
So now that you've got more time to have a look, there is a corridor that leads off down to where you were looking in. You know, you've got the bedroom down there that you saw. So you've got a door. So door, front door, and then straight opposite you've got a door, and then to your right you've got a door, and the kitchen's to the left. So it's like a square, and you've got a direction that you can go.
All right. Okay. You guys ready in case something happens?
Oh, yeah, always.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm old, so you go ahead and investigate this corridor, would you?
Yeah, sure. Obsidian, you lead the way.
Just passing of.
Can I get is there like a book I can grab quickly?
Yeah, I mean there's a bookcase full of books. They are
I'm gonna grab
dusty.
I'm gonna grab a book and throw it down the corridor.
Dum, 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 dum. Nothing.
Okay. Very slow footsteps, like really, really slow. Almost
So, as you walk-
shuffling.
As you walk down the corridor, you notice another door to your left, and then the corridor sort of curves round.
Hello.
You knocking on that door?
Yeah.
It's open. It sort of gently is open. So, what you see in this first room is what looks like a child's bedroom. It's got 2 beds, 2 single beds. One of this, the first one you can see has a little, what looks like a children's doll, like a little girl doll on it. And the second has a set of clothes laid out, a summer dress and some shorts. But it's got a wardrobe opposite the beds. And that is all that's in here. And it has a single window, which is the one that you saw from the outside.
Okay.
These shutters.
I'm just gonna open the closet.
You're gonna go open the closet?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you go and open the closet,
I knew it.
probably not what you think. A pile of children's shoes tumble out at you, and there must be 6 pairs altogether. And then you see the shiny armor, which starts to. Can you roll initiative for me?
Animated suit of armor, everybody.
Animated armor. And just so I get a bearing of where everybody else is, are you both still in the hallway or have you walked in?
I'm in the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're both looking at Laurence.
So what I'm going to say is there will be a round first before you two would have had a chance to react to this.
Okay. I got a 5.
Okay.
Oh, we all rolling.
Yes,
What we doing?
please.
Yeah, initiative.
Josh starts a fight.
I start the pacifist starts the fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yes,
10.
love it. 10. So actually, Mr. Laurence, you are the first to react. So this armor is building itself in front of you. It's putting itself back together.
Beautiful. I'd like to grapple it.
You'd like to grapple it. So do I do it? You'll have to forgive me. This is where I need your.
This is okay. It is an opposed strength or dexterity from you, and I have to do strength. So this is athletics or acrobatics from you.
Yeah. So that is a 13.
That's an unnatural. No, wait. That's a 23 from me.
So it is grappled as it is starting to build itself. Okay, so it just can't move.
Yeah, so it can't move. I'm going to. No, there's nothing else for me to do with my bonus action, so I'll just say to these guys, I'll use my Psychic Whispers. I'll go, there's an animated suit of armor in this closet. I've got it grappled. Why don't you guys blast it? Don't get too close, though.
I've lost my pen. There it is.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So it is going to attack you twice.
Good.
Good. So I'm guessing that's not going to hit. That is an 11.
Nope.
That is a 14.
14 does hit.
Does hit, okay. So it's coming out, it's grabbed its sword, it's slashing you twice. You managed to block the first attack, and then it does manages to just clip you as you've blocked one of its attack for 7 points of damage as it just brings this sword.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. So does that?
Use my reaction to have the attack's damage against me when a creature hits me with an attack.
So 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Which is kind of funny to think that I'm grappling it and dodging.
Yeah, well, you're probably using its momentum against it and sort of swinging it out the way as it brings in this flurry of attacks. And then it goes to Callum.
I want to do a Toll of the Dead on this mother.
Okay.
It's not damaged. You're not going to do as much damage to it with Toll of the Dead. Just letting you know, kid.
Oh, really? Is that not an?
Yeah, so it will take 1d8
D8.
instead of 1d12.
Or it's level 5, so it'll take 2, I think.
Oh, I thought it was immune to. Is it because it's a psychic? Is that a psychic thing? No.
Hang on, let me check.
No, the conditions of Toll the Dead is it's just it's a particularity of that particular spell. It's that
Is if they're already damaged, they
it
take
does
more damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, can I change?
Yeah, of course you can.
Can I just? I don't want to use Eldritch Blast. I just want to. I'm going to hit him with a hand axe.
Hit him with a hand axe. Go for it.
Do I roll 1d6? Is that what I do?
So you need to roll a d20 to see whether you hit.
Okay. 12.
Doesn't hit.
It's not looking good, guys.
So then it goes to Obsidian.
Hello. I'd like to move into the room, but like as I come through the doorway, I'd like to shift into the corner. So I'm like behind Laurence, but I can still see the kind of like around him. And I would like to use my Sacred Flame cantrip, please.
Do I need to make a save or anything?
Yes, please. Dexterity saving throw.
That is a 15.
Damn it.
Does it take half damage?
On
a failed.
No, it just says the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 of radiant.
So you find this energy, you just have a moment, think of Zorin, throw what would her sacred flame look like? Green, do you think? Or
yeah, like green, just
this green light bursts from your hand, but as Laurence is grappling it, it just to stop him from getting attacked, he moves and it just misses very narrowly. And then you can hear from a little bit further down coming in your direction, and it's back up to Laurence.
Okay, I would like in a way which is quite subtle, I'd like to wrap my arms under this armor's arms, grab its head, and manifest out of my palm one of my psychic blades in a way that the other guys won't be able to see.
Okay, so as you're grappling it, you sort of like shimmy your arms under and just grab its head, like pulling its arms up.
Yeah.
Almost, it looks like you're trying to get it into a better position for the other ones.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Is it just?
I do have to roll to hit.
Okay.
So that's a 13. No, I do get an offhand though.
Yeah.
That's better. That's a 23.
Yep, that hits.
So this is going to be. Nope, that's. Okay, that's going to be 6 psychic damage.
6. Okay.
Does it take psychic damage?
I thought it was resistant.
Oh no, it's immune.
It's immune to psychic.
Immunity. So it doesn't take any damage. Doesn't
take any damage at all. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, this is clearly not working for me. But I can keep this one here. Is what I can do.
I mean, yeah, its intelligence is -5, so it's not going to try and get out of it. It doesn't really.
Cool. Yeah, you guys just take care of yourselves. There's something else coming. So that's it for me.
So it is going to make 1 attack against Laurence and 1 attack against Obsidian, seeing as she has moved into the room.
It's ranged? It can range attack?
Reach 5 feet, so no, it needs to be next to it. So unfortunately, they're both coming to you then.
No, that's the idea, is to keep my guys safe.
Okay, so So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
And then an 8.
Uncanny dodge.
It's for the 21, yeah?
For
So
this
you
first
would-
one, so I'll take 4 instead.
No. One attack was a 20.
Yeah,
The
one attack was
highest.
a 21 to hit.
Yeah, and the other one was an 8 to hit.
Oh, I thought that was the damage you were dealing with that one.
No,
Okay.
No, it's another 7 points of damage, so you take 3.
Got it.
As he's still just swinging this sword, not quite being able to catch you properly. And then it goes to Mr. Dax.
So where is the new suit of armor coming from?
You can hear it coming down the corridor towards you from where you haven't gone, round the corner.
Okay, but I can't see it yet. So I'm gonna.
No, it's not. Obsidian's closed the door, so you could open the door and then blast it if you wanted to.
I'm gonna say, Dex, just lean to the left just a little bit for me, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that mother because it's the. Yeah. Just watch out. I'm gonna do something. So D20. 15.
Doesn't hit. You need to get an 18 or above to hit this thing.
But you have a second. You get a second free laser with Eldritch Blast at level 5.
You got 2 attacks. I'm sure.
Oh, what?
As part of the same thing, you get 2 beams.
I got an 18 on the second one.
Woohoo! So that hits.
Sweet. And now I do a D10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a 1.
But it means if you do Toll the Dead, that means the Toll the Dead will do a crap load of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing cantrips as bonus action?
I'm doing your rules because it just makes it easier.
Cool. If that's the case, then Callum, that was just your action to do those 2 beams. You could
do them.
So I can do Toll the Dead.
Yeah, so I'm doing the same as Mockeries. You can do 2.
Fucking sweet. Right, let's get on this. 9.
Oh no, Toll the Dead, you don't have to roll to attack.
It's a wisdom saving throw for me, for the creature. Which it fails.
Oh!
So you do 1d12.
2d12, sorry.
2d12.
At level
2d12.
A 2 and an 11.
2 and 11,
13.
so 13 plus that.
That's it.
Actually,
13.
You add them. You add them. I thought it was choose the lowest. So I was like,
No.
Yeah, you get both. Yeah. So it's 14 points of damage over the course of the turn, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then it goes to Dazar.
Oh wow! I would like to try Sacred Flame again.
Sacred Flame.
Do it.
And that's against my spell save DC, correct?
Yes. What do I have to do? Sorry.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Yes, an animated suit of armor. Dexterous. Yeah, that's a 5.
Fail.
Yes.
So I do 2d8 of radiant damage.
Okay.
Looks like I actually did get it into a better position for you guys to hit it.
Really did.
7, 14.
Ooh.
14 points of damage.
Radiant, yeah.
Okay. Quick maths.
28 over the course of this round so far.
Yeah, I know. You're getting close. Okay.
Oh, and that's a cantrip, so I'd like to do it again, please. I use it as my action, but it's a cantrip.
Oh, okay. So, dexterity saving throw. Dex. So that's an 11.
Fail. 2d8 of radiant damage.
You're gonna,
4, 7.
How do you wanna destroy this
11.
thing?
Yes.
How do you want to destroy this thing? It's
So I've got
armor
like
that the Minotaur's holding up.
So I've got this like green ball of flames, and I just launch it, and as it hits the armor, it just like erodes it away in like a bright light.
So this armor just gets disintegrated from the chest, and it just falls apart in your arms. It just clatters to the ground. But then you hear the door being punched and opened. That's its attacks to punch it and open it. It's another one of these silver, ornate looking pieces of armor standing there.
One more time, guys. Here we go.
You can do it.
Can I do a one with shadows, or is that like a move?
Well, it's Laurence's turn first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
that's
an action, you can do that.
It's an action, right? Cool.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'm just looking up if I can do something.
Oh, I want to try something, but it's a bit risque.
It's a bit risque.
Do it.
No, because it could hurt you guys.
Oh, don't do it.
Okay. Is it within 5 feet of any of my allies?
I'd say yes, because you were quite close to Dex was quite close to the door.
It's not gonna matter because I don't have a weapon that's I don't have a weapon that can deal damage to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up. I'm saving something for later. But as far as this thing's concerned, I'm just gonna get up, rush it. I'm just gonna make unarmed attacks.
Go for it. Smack it.
I would like to smack, because this is the one that doesn't have horns as a weapon, which is fine. Because I'm just gonna hit it with my hands.
Your hands.
So, okay, yeah, one attack is an 11. The other one is a 21.
That will hit.
And when I hit with that one, I deal 1 plus my strength, which is 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm. Clang, bam!
Yeah, it's just open, bang, straight in the face. But yeah, it's still standing. It now has a fist-shaped hole in the shoulder section where it's been punched.
Whoa.
So it then goes to Dex. Dexy boy.
I'm gonna take a little step back and an Eldritch blast it. Actually, I don't need to take a step. Screw that. I'm just gonna blast him in the face from 5 feet away.
Toll the Dead is actually gonna deal more damage than Eldritch Blast at the moment.
But didn't you say I already had to? Oh, because he's already been attacked by you.
Damaged,
I've just damaged it. Did it take?
I thought it was my attack.
1 second. No.
It didn't take. Oh, I can just punch this thing. Okay,
yeah,
great.
It's not resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Very fun.
Cool. So it's everyone's attacks. It's not just mine that I can benefit from.
Yeah, it just needs to have been damaged.
As long as it's damaged, yeah.
Cool. All right. We're definitely doing that. Totally.
Wisdom
We're gonna
save.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wisdom. It was a 17, but now it's a 13 minus 4. Yeah, 13.
Why is it lower?
Because it's got a minus 4 for wisdom.
Oh, I see.
So it's 17 minus 4, which is a 13. Does that beat your spell save?
Your spell save is a 14, Callum.
Oh yeah, it's 14 on here. DC 4. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 17 minus 4. Yeah. So it doesn't.
17 minus 4 is 13, so it doesn't succeed.
Yeah, so it fails, yeah. So roll them d12s. 2 d12s, please.
6, 3. So 9.
9 points damage, okay. So you can see this, it doesn't really show pain, but it just sort of like looks around, trying to almost find where a sound has come from. Just not quite, just a bit confused and not quite sure what's just happened to it. So then it goes to Obsidian.
Josh, are you in 5-foot range of this thing?
Yes, I am.
I won't be using that then.
Oh, I see. Oops.
Oopsie.
Never mind. Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. Is that a
Sacred
dex
Flame.
from me?
Yes, please.
Yes. It's a 14,
Oh, mine's a 14.
so it passes.
Yeah.
Once
Sacred
again, you
Flame,
see
please.
this. Once again, you see this green flame just narrowly miss this creature, and then that is a natural 20, my friend. I'm very sorry.
Mm.
These
okay.
green flames come spewing out of you, but it's almost
Just
like it predicted
work.
after this bell, and it will just wail then on the nearest person, which I believe is Laurence. +4, 7 + 4, which is 11,
Nope.
and that's a 10. So neither of these hit.
Ha!
So it's still looking around confused, drawing its sword, just swiping, just without any care about where it's going to hit. And it goes back to the top of the round, so Laurence.
Gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Simple stuff. Happy days.
Smack it.
Smack it. Hell yeah. That is a 23 and a 25.
Both hit.
12
two
points
sixes.
of bludgeoning damage.
So you can see this thing is just being absolutely pummeled. Metal is crunching and sort of bending inwards where this is impacting, and it's starting to break apart a little bit. You can see that bits are starting to fall away. And Dex, what would you like to do to this thing?
I'm going to do the same thing again as well. Just sticking with the Tolleth the Dead.
The Tolleth of the Deadeth. That fails. -4.
So
It's
then
a
what?
6,
2d12
so
again.
2d12.
11. Oh, and a 6.
How is this thing downing? How are you killing this thing?
It's just going to shatter into like tiny little pieces after vibrating. Just kind of go.
So I'm guessing it starts from the head. Like you can see this head starting to vibrate and cracks starting to appear, and then all of a sudden it just bursts into these metal shards.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Brilliant.
Well done, you two. You both got one of them. Proud of you both.
Did Laurence take damage in that?
I took a very small
6.
amount of damage, yeah.
I think.
Okay. Can I heal him with my healing hands?
You can do if you want to.
You have healing hands?
Yeah, I've got Reiki.
So does that mechanically do anything in the game?
It's just Reiki. It's a
Okay.
real world power that works in real life.
I love it. Yeah. So you Reiki my wounds, and I just kind of go, that's real nice. Yeah. I just got a couple of little cuts and stuff. I'm like, thank you there, Dex. I appreciate that.
As you're doing all of this, you hear from somewhere in the room, "You're not alone in here."
Yeah, Obsidian, you want to take point on this one?
No.
Pass it off.
I can't. I just like, because I'm in the corner, I've been looking out of the doorway. I just like turn around, like, show yourself. Like she's quite unsure. She's like,
Who's there?
Hear that one thing ring out. You would with Obsidian's passive. You know that it came from somewhere in this bedroom, but
I'm gonna lift the bed.
you can lift the bed.
Yeah.
Nothing's under the bed.
I'm gonna
So
leave it
what-
stacked against a wall.
Which bed? Which bed? have you done that too?
The left bed, the one by the window, I think is
The one by the window.
right?
So when you lift this bed up, these clothes just sort of flutter to the floor.
I just kind of stack it up against the wall. And I'm going to lift up the second bed.
You lift up the second bed?
Yeah.
So this little doll thing falls to the ground, and he
Stack that bed up against the wall, pick up the doll.
You pick up the doll.
Yeah.
You hear, "Will you play with me?"
Maybe. Who are you?
Will you play with me?
Can I tell if this is an enchantment or if this is a spirit or something?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah. No.
No.
That's the 7.
So yeah, it's just this weird doll is talking to you.
All right. I won't give it to anybody else, but I'll be like, hey, can either of you figure out, you magical folks, can you figure out what's going on with this doll? It's currently talking. Can they hear it talking?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It speaks out loud.
Do I have anything that can...
So it'll be an Arcana check if you want. So roll a d20 and add Arcana.
Let me check. I've got 0, so I'll just roll d20 and see what Guan. A 3.
I got an 18.
There we
you got
go.
an 18? So you would know, you probably know of these dolls a little bit more. It is an enchantment placed on the doll. You know that it has a certain set of phrases, but you don't know what triggers the phrases.
I'll turn it around. Yes, I'll play with you.
You're still looking at it though.
Yeah.
Will you play with me?
Yes.
Will you play with me?
Oh boy, yeah, that sounds... All right, we're done.
Okay, so you've got these kid shoes, this broken armor in this room. The 2 beds are now stacked up against the wall. You did hear a ting, 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 ting when you moved the bed, but...
Oh, I thought that was from the doll.
No, that was something else coming from...
Oh, well then I investigate the bed, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You investigate the bed?
Yeah.
There's now nothing on the bed, but you can smell metal coming from... a very small amount of metal coming from somewhere.
Where?
With your 20... I was about to say, with your 23, you'd probably know. It sort of bounced off towards the wardrobe.
Okay, move the wardrobe, see if there's anything underneath there.
A little tiny key that must have been under the doll or in the bed somewhere.
Guys, I'm having a hard time picking this up with my big fingers. Here, you want to...
I got it.
And as soon as you looked at the wardrobe and moved it, "Are you my friend?"
The doll?
As soon as you looked at the wardrobe and moved it, she said, "Are you my friend?"
Say yes. Yes.
As soon as you stopped looking at the wardrobe, she stopped speaking.
I'm going to walk up to the wardrobe. I'm going to open the wardrobe.
So all that's in there was the shoes and the suit of armor. But as soon as you look at it, she asks, she just continues to say, "Are you my friend?"
I'm going to go down as crouch as low as I can and shuffle my way into the wardrobe with the doll. Okay, no,
a minotaur in a wardrobe holding a doll.
All right, no, that's okay. Fine, we're done with this thing. I'll just I'll put it in my pocket.
You're putting it in your pocket, okay?
Yeah. Right. So, too many shoes, right? Too many children's shoes. We agree on that?
I mean, it seems a bit suspicious, doesn't it?
And animated suits of armor that attack people for coming into a bed. That's not okay.
Not normal.
No. Well, again, proud of you guys for dealing with that. We barely needed to get hurt. What do you say? What do you say we keep going? See, I'm going to pick up the doll again, and just in case it's a contact thing that needs, I'm going like hold it in front of me and kind of go, why don't we keep going down this hallway?
Obsidian,
Yeah,
make me a perception check. Mm-hmm. 14. So,
but my
while
passive
they're
is
all-
only 1.
I know. While they're all having this conversation, and when Laurence moved the bed with the clothes on it, you saw a little tag hanging out of one of the piece of clothes.
I go towards it and grab it and have a look.
You hear from the doll, "She's my friend."
I'm gonna burn this doll.
But do you look at the tag?
Mm.
So the name reads Sammy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about right.
Spidey senses are tingling.
Yeah.
Good. We've talked about that. That's called intuition.
Yeah. No, it's just I know
No.
from Obsidian's background, she probably would have noticed something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All
Laurence,
right.
can I have that doll?
Toss it to
She's
you.
my friend.
Toss it to you.
I don't like this.
Well, I'm gonna burn it. It's
You're gonna burn
put
the doll?
straight. Yeah, put straight in the fire.
Oh, you don't have to do
Is that-
that.
Oh, you're going back into the...
The like coming out of the bedroom, going back to the lounge, and just tossing it in the fire.
As you toss this doll into the fire, you all hear, "You're going to die here."
Oh,
going
okay.
to
That
die
was
here.
good. That was good. Keep burning that. Yeah.
And it will continue saying that until it burns away and everything, but it will continuously saying that. Question, are you all going back into the living room?
I'm sticking together with with her when this
Yeah.
no matter where he goes right now, this is dangerous.
I've never seen
And
a doll
Laurence,
burn before, so.
you hear, as you walk back into the room, a very familiar voice to you. And it just whispers,
Damien?
and that's all you hear.
Ava's voice?
A very familiar voice to you saying, and the longer you stay in the room, the louder this voice gets. Couldn't say. Damien. Couldn't say.
Can we hear it?
I'm relaying that. Yeah, if you guys
Everyone can hear this voice.
Okay. Guys, we gotta keep going. Let's keep going now, please.
Yeah.
So you go back down the corridor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I'll go ahead.
I thought, yeah. I imagine, yeah. He's probably not very happy in talking very quickly.
That's
So-
the baker's voice. That's the baker. That's the baker from town.
Bakers,
She was really nice and had completely normal eyes.
which you grayscale.
I'm kidding.
It was just her sister had the same thing, but I didn't describe it because you couldn't see it.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that she had normal eyes. I was just.
Dun, 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 dun. So, yeah, in this room, it looks like a master bedroom like you saw before, with the table, with the wardrobes, with the rug, but the chest is open now. It looks like this suit of armor animated and came out of the chest.
Fine. My good friend Ralph has a saying. I go around the room pressing X.
You press X and nothing happens.
Okay. Anything else that we can look around for, guys? Any other rooms? Any other?
Well, in this room there is the chest that was open. You've
I
got
was
a
going to
little
say, is it empty?
bedside
Or is
table.
I'm
You
going to
guys
have a
wanna
look
make
in
an
the chest.
investigation? You're gonna look.
Yerp.
Yarp.
Hmm?
Whilst that's happening, can Josh, can you roll me a perception check?
Yes. Is it a scent-based Perception
it's not
check.
to set
No.
house.
All right. So just straight.
So, what you find in there, Callum, well, Dex, is what looks to be a very tattered old diary. What did you get on your perception?
24.
You can hear outside the scraping of stone against stone.
Take the diary, kid. We got some more fighting to do.
Well, no, you don't get the sense that it's moving towards you. You just get the sense that something's like shuffling.
Guys, we got shuffling outside. I'm not stealthy. Does somebody who's more stealthy than me want to have a look?
I'm just going to skim read this diary before we do that. Just kind of like
Skim read. So if you're skim reading it, then it outlines the life of a woman called Nessa. What you can gather from a quick skim read is she lived in the town. You don't know how long ago. She had a husband. She had children. But something happened and she was killed. The last entry was, "If I don't see you again, I'm sorry."
Yeah. It's a lot of dead people.
It's a lot of dead people.
right.
Not a lot of bodies.
And not a lot of bodies.
Stone against
Starting to think that
stone.
maybe it is haunted. Let's sneak outside, shall we? See what's going on.
Well, there are 2 windows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, my stealth, my sleight of hand, my stealth, like, somebody else should do this.
See, if I do one with shadows, I can't move unless they'll see me. So maybe I'll like position myself by the window and then do it, and then snoop. Or would that not work?
Yeah. I mean, it's DM's discretion. The ability says if you're in shadow or darkness, you can, and if you don't move, you can use an action to turn invisible until you move or take an action.
The thing is, this cottage is very light. Like, there's candles, so there's no... Unless you've literally moved furniture to cast a shadow, there isn't really... And it's also broad daylight outside.
I
So as
would
soon as
like
you open the
to
windows...
raise my coat.
No, but what I'm saying, as soon as you open those windows, it's bright
Got it,
daylight outside.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to try and sneakily, quietly open the window.
well, the scraping stopped now. You can't hear it anymore.
Still check. I'd still check.
I know you.
Yeah.
What was that, Miss Obsidian?
I was just gonna say I could use thaumaturgy to make a window fly open. To make it more seem like there was a gust of wind. It just slammed it open.
What, and then sort of get a quick peek and come back in.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to. It will still be a stealth check from you.
Okay, yeah. So I've made the window like fly open.
Big gust of wind comes and bursts these windows open for a split second.
And stealth. It's a 19.
19? So yeah, so these windows fly open, they're quite heavy wood, so you only get maybe a couple of seconds just to peek out. There's nothing that you see apart from one of the gargoyles' heads has turned, but it's not moving.
No.
No. They've sort of changed position a little bit and they sort of turn their head, but they're not. It's not moving anymore.
Are there any other rooms in this house we have not yet been to?
Yeah, so the one in the main room, there was one right opposite the front door.
Oh.
Okay.
Just like to the others. The gargoyle's looking at us.
Yep. The sooner we can find the person who's animating all this stuff, the better. Yeah, let's check out this final room and prove that freaky doll that you burned wrong, shall we?
Perfectly normal doll. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope. Resident Evil reference in it.
So you all making your way back into the main room?
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. So you're making your way back into the main room. It's no longer whispering Damien. It's changed its name.
No.
So now it is whispering
Stop.
Don. D-O-N.
Dawn.
And just
What the is going on?
once again, it's constantly just whispering, and then the more you stay in the room, the louder this voice is getting.
I think it's naming all of the kids who are dead.
Nope. I know that name. Can you hear what it's saying?
Oh, you know Dawn?
While they're talking, I'm going to thaumaturge you the door open.
Okay.
The
No.
door.
Okay. Wait, this
The main door or the side door?
I'm just, as soon as like Dex has said this and my brain has gone into overdrive, I'm like, oh no, oh, this is, I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening now, and this is very bad.
You don't know what you're talking about.
What happens with the door?
So you're opening the door you guys haven't explored.
Yeah. But I'm not in the
Okay.
room and I'm using thaumaturgy.
Yeah, so looking in, looks like a little office or a study. It's got more of these books on flowers and gardening and baking. All the sort of books that you see in the bookcase in this room. There is a little chest, small little chest on the desk. It's got some papers on it, but it's just looks like a little office almost.
Okay, I want to look around, but really like just breaking stuff as I go because I'm really angry. Just like rooting through shit. Like, what the f is going on here?
Okay, so if you start rooting through stuff, make me an investigation check with advantage if you're just hammering stuff and breaking shit.
So 3 plus. What's my advantage?
So roll again and take the highest.
Oh, okay. Oh, please be higher than 3. There's 3 again.
Oh no!
I guess I'm just like too angry to even look properly.
I'm not looking great either. I've started like I can't really go pale, but if like I'm not hiding well that I've like figured out what the hell's going on here.
Yeah. So you're smashing things and you go to pick up the little chest that's on the desk, you throw it and you hear something smash inside it.
Okay. I think I just broke something. Just you have a look, we'll see what it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Open it up. So Laurence, you'll see this in grayscale, but for the other two, there are 3 potions that haven't been broken, but one has, and you can see the fading of this blue sparkly liquid, sort of just dulling into like normal water. But one of the vials has a red liquid, which fills the bottle, but it's got a small little bead in it, which expands and makes it the liquid clear, and then it retracts and makes it red again. There is a clear liquid in just a normal glass, looks like water. And there is a very thick brown looking liquid in the other.
Okay. Snatch.
Which one?
All of them. There you
That's
go.
what you want to do?
Yes, please. What was the first one?
The first one is a red liquid, which fills the bottle. So you would see the red.
Yeah.
And then if you try and turn it upside down, no, sorry, that's the one that broke. So the red liquid with a small bead in it, which expands and makes the liquid clear, and then retracts again and makes it red.
It's just like flashing red almost.
No, it takes a couple of seconds. Like it's a slow, just sort of like pulse.
I have a question. I know that there's a specific kit for this.
Yeah.
I have a poisoner's kit.
Okay.
Could I use that to try to identify if any of these contain harmful reagents?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, cool.
I'd say it would be disadvantage. Yeah, because you haven't got the right tool, so it'd be a disadvantage Arcana check.
Arcana. Ah, well, I'm perfectly fine at Arcana.
Because it's magical. Anyone can see whether they can work out what it is.
Amazing. I've been rolling. Every time I've been rolling 2 dice so far, it's been bad on both, but this time it was good on both. That's 16.
16. So you spend some time looking, just checking what it is. None of them have harmful properties. There's nothing to suggest that. And even so, you look at them and then you look at the books that were next to them to see whether it would indicate about what was in them. Nothing says that they are harmful. You don't get the sense that there won't be poisoned, paralysis, nothing like that.
Cool. You guys want one of these?
No.
I'm okay.
All right, I'm gonna take them. These are mine now.
Mine.
Great. All right. Sorry, Dex. Obviously, this is upsetting. You said that you knew Dawn.
Right.
I knew Damien. So there's some kind of weird fear thing going on. I agree. If we're done with this house, I think we should go destroy a bakery in town. That's what I feel like.
Obsidian, you've walked around the house. You've seen it from the outside. These rooms are too small for the size of the house.
Is it possible to tell from which?
Where? Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't go outside. I would say that from the master bedroom to this little study, there's empty space somewhere, and you didn't see another window. You just saw 2 windows at the back.
Investigate to see if there's this hidden doorway or anything like that.
Can do.
Put my hand up like I'm in class. Like, how stupid.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Give me, I have a question.
Yes.
Your question.
Can I burn one of my incense sticks around that area to see if there's a draft?
What area?
Ooh.
In between, like, in the living room between.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go back into the living room, guys, because it's fun in there.
As soon as you enter the living room, you hear. I need to get the name. 1 second. Katu. But this changes. It says, also angry. All of you.
All so angry. All of you. Does an 18 investigation get anywhere?
Yeah, I've got
What are you
18.
trying to investigate?
Secret doors, secret passages.
So, as Obsidian's going around with this incense
Oh,
stick,
actually, it's a 25. Sorry.
25. Yeah, the smoke is being pulled towards this bookcase.
Brilliant.
Start pulling books out.
You pull out the ones that was it the bakery book and the other book?
Bakery and flowers.
Flower book.
Yep.
Pull those 2 out first. And if nothing happens, I just want to start punching the bookcase.
Take the non-dusty ones out first.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
All right,
But as soon as you start with Obsidian's perception, you can see under some of the dust the glint of silver on the back panel.
Push it. But the silver, I'm gonna grab.
Oh, the
like,
silver. Are you
pushing
go,
or like
So when you wipe it, it's a little keyhole.
Oh,
key? Give me the key.
Okay.
Key.
Key.
take the key.
We got an item, guys. We found a key in this fucking music.
It doesn't look like we need my axe anymore.
You might do.
Yeah, I've got a massive halberd bird on my back. Like, I'm ready to start. Yeah, I completely forgot I have it. It's just carrying that around cash as you do.
As you do.
I would like to open the bookcase with the key, please.
Okie dokie. You open it, swings inwards, and there is quite a grand staircase. It looks
Down or
almost
up?
like down.
Down.
It looks almost like it used to be a part of the house and there should have been an upstairs, but it's just this going down. As soon as you open this bookcase, Laurence, you smell like a wet scent, like a really horrible, wet, sour smell coming from down here.
Do I recognize the smell?
No.
Okay. Wet, sour, unpleasant, but not blood.
No, it's not like a coppery smell.
Not bile, none of that bodily fluid stuff. So, guys, one more time, I'll go first, right? I'm the expendable one. And, well, you guys have still got, more than half your lives to live and what have you. The future of the Flagsmarch Detective Agency is with you guys. And I'll go down the stairs and see if this door will open at the bottom.
So you get to the bottom. Are you doing it stealthily or are you just clanging down?
No, I can't stealth. I'm clanging.
There's no door at the bottom. It just opens up.
Beautiful.
But you can see this hound covered head to toe in inky black fur, which you see, but it's almost like bits are trailing off of it with these glowing red eyes. You get the sense that it knows that you're there. Just
Demon
before
dog,
you
demon
get
dog, demon dog, demon dog, demon dog, demon dog, demon dog. Hey, dog. That's what I'll say out loud.
Roll initiative. This thing is not going to answer you.
Yeah, that's a 12.
That's a 2.
Oh no.
Where is it? +3. That's pretty good, right?
Ooh, 21.
Yeah, 21 to your initiative.
So Dex, you're actually the first to react as you hear this snarling in the direction of the bottom of the stairs.
Mm-hmm. I want to give Laurence my talisman. It's like a protection thing.
Great,
okay.
Yeah.
Because he's not as I can't find anywhere about Pact of the Talisman, Josh, but I'm pretty sure that it means that if someone attacks you, you have like a.
Yeah. So the actual invocation is called Rebuke of the Talisman.
Yeah, that I've searched that as well. I can't find anything about it.
Oh, okay. It's in Tasha's.
That's probably why. But yeah, it's to protect you basically, isn't it? Against attack.
Yeah, sweet. I'll take that.
And then I'm gonna frickin' mind sliver it.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, so what do I have to do? Do I have to do anything?
Yes.
So I drive a spike of psychic energy into the mind of a creature that I can see. You must succeed on an intelligence saving throw, or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw.
10, so it will take the damage, I believe.
Yeah.
3. Okay. So it gets this. You hear a like that was a really bad dog yelp, but you get
Got it.
you know that it was affected by that.
And subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
I apologize. At level 5, it's 2d6.
Oh, roll
Oh,
another
is it?
d6 for me.
Mother liquor. 5. There we go. That's more like it.
5. So yeah, it yelps as this psychic pain drives into its brain, and then it is actually next to go. Seeing a massive minotaur at the bottom of its staircase, it is going to make an attack with its what would it do? With its bite. So it will run up to you and try to bite your leg.
Do it. Bring it on.
So that will be a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay, and then you need to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw?
I know.
Ooh-wee. Oh, okay, I rolled poorly. That's 10 on my saving throw.
So you take 13 points of damage and you are knocked prone as this dog just bites into your skin and just drags you down the rest of the stairs.
I would like to use my reaction to uncanny dodge. So
perfect.
I'm still knocked prone, but I only take 6 points of damage.
Yes.
And if you use your reaction, you can do the thing with the talisman.
Oh, I thought it automatically did it, but yes, that was the aim. Yeah. Yes, please.
So what happens with this talisman? Explain.
I might need to revert to Josh's special book because it's ungoogleable.
It's all good. Basically, it takes psychic damage up to proficiency, so 3, and is launched 10 feet away from me.
Okay. So yeah, gets dragged and then it yelps again and it is pushed 10 feet away from Laurence. Next is Laurence. You're next.
Brilliant. I'm gonna go. Thanks. I've got this talisman, and yeah, this thing bites me. Gets repelled from this talisman. I'm like, that's very cool. I'll quickly put that over my head. I'll close the gap.
Do you use half of your movement to get up?
Yeah, so what I'll do is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use half my movement to get up. And then I'm going to go, this is, I'm looking at the red of this dog's eyes.
Yeah.
And I just mixed with all of the stuff that's been going on, the fact that I've been hurt, the fact that I've heard the name of Damien, I just go, you're not the only one who can charge. I'm going to bonus action polymorph.
Okay.
Into a dire bull. Or no, sorry, just a bull. Just a regular bull.
Just a bull.
So I basically just transform into a bull, and I don't get my charge, which is a shame because it's only 10 feet away. Wait, can I? Sorry. No, I've used half my movement. That's fine. So yeah, I'll just close the distance and make an attack with my horns as a bull.
Ooh.
I
need to find it. Yep.
No, it doesn't hit. It's only 8.
No. Sensing this other beast coming towards it, it nimbly moves out the way, leaving little dark trails of this shadow behind where it used to be. And then it is Mrs. Obsidian.
Yeah, thank you. So I will take my movement to get down to the bottom of the staircase with the rest.
Yep.
For my action, I'd like to cast Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary, please.
What does that do?
So I present my holy symbol. So it's like I've got my cloaks on, so I undo my cloaks, and I've got beneath it's like a full metal breastplate, like leather armor, trousers, boots, and in like inlaid in the breastplate are 2 angel wings with the scythe, and a sphere will come out, and it's like a deep purple, orange, red hues of twilight, and it's a 30-foot radius. Anyone who it lasts for a minute, so is that 10 rounds? Yeah, I can maths. Whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere, I can grant 1 or 2 things. I can change an effect, or I can give temporary hit points. So I'll use that as my action to summon this little ball of light. And then I would like to Sacred Flame.
Okay. That Dex, yeah.
Use blues.
Use blues. That is a 21. 19 plus 2.
It's a very, very jumpy dog.
Very agile. It looks quite beefy, but you're surprised how quickly this thing can move around, especially in the dim light of this basement.
Okie dokie.
And it goes back to the top of the round. Mr. Dates.
Motherlicker. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm going back to the old school. I'm gonna Toll of the Dead it.
Toll the Dead. So that is a wisdom save from me. Fails 7.
It's 2d8.
Cool. Thank you, Josh.
It's been hurt, so it's D12, 2 D12s.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's been hurt? Oh, yeah, from the thing. Yeah, of course it has.
A 3 and a 5.
Yeah. So 8 points of damage in total. That will be then.
Do I get another move?
You get another action. So you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to Eldritch Blast it. Yeah.
2 beams of this energy comes flying out. Make them rolls.
I've got a 12.
Which hits.
Nice.
Ooh. And do I add something to it? Oh, plus 6.
There you go.
Hits 18 for the first one.
Sweet. And then another D20. A D12 even.
No, a D10 for the damage that you do for that attack.
Sorry.
It's all good?
That's right.
9.
9, and are you doing your second?
And you get an extra beam of Eldritch energy, so you get to roll a D20 to see if that one hits.
Sweet. 8.
Plus 6.
Plus 6.
So
Still hits, because it will be a 14.
okay, then plus a D10, right?
And then a D10 of damage, yeah.
10 on that one.
Oh,
How are you
my
destroying this thing?
goodness.
I'm just completely skin just peels back from its face with a blast, just like shredding it and leaving the skull like exposed, and then it just like if it has a
So this beam of energy just flays the skin off of
melts its face. Yeah.
This shadowy dog, and it just the shadows disappear, falls. And now that you guys are out of initiative and everything, now that you're actually in this basement, it is a basement of horrors. The smell of the dog was masking this, but Laurence, you can now smell dried blood. You can smell bones and ash, and you can now see this furnace glowing hot in the center of the room, and 2 very malnourished children hanging by chains next to it.
Oh.
I'm going to remain as a bull.
Okay. Then they're out of it. They're not awake. They're just unconscious.
Okay.
But
I'm
I still talk in my mind to these other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight up and try and get them down.
So
Yeah,
you're going
same.
towards. So when you get towards them, next to this furnace is a tray of cakes and bread.
Ah.
And you can hear coming from the furnace laughing.
Okay.
Like literally, it's like that cackle, like.
So
I would like
does
to
one of us-
thaumaturgy the light out.
The light doesn't go out. This glowing light doesn't go out. Or it dims. Sorry, it would dim.
I'm
Grab the
still just
children and
gonna,
run.
yeah, I'm gonna grab the children and run. Yeah.
So you're just grabbing the children.
Yeah.
Lights
yeah.
flicker on down the way, and you can see a very crudely shaped sort of archway digged words into the earth, going straight down, and the door at the top, the bookcase, locks. Soon as you go to touch the children,
Get them down first. Get them down first.
these are thick, heavy chains as well. You can see them sort of chained up, but
Little
not dangling off the ground. They're sort of like laying with these chains.
Oh,
I'd
can
like
we?
to break them, please?
Yeah.
You know, you can spend some time breaking them.
What was that?
If you want to spend some time breaking them, that's yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my axe or something to try and break them.
Yeah, I got my off my back. and I'm
Okay, so
like,
if you
smart.
two roll me a d20.
Mhm.
Come on. Oh, I got 7. That's not good.
Okay,
Am I adding my strength modifier?
depends what weapon you're using. Just roll a d20 as if you're making an attack with whatever weapon you've got.
19.
19. Okay, so it takes Obsidian less time, but you both are able to get these chains off, and that's when Obsidian can hear walking coming down from the tunnel towards you guys.
I'm going to set myself up for a charge.
Okay. So what if they come within?
I want to take my talisman off of Josh and put it on the children or child. Can I wrap it around both of them? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, probably only one.
Yeah.
Because it's probably not on a long enough chain.
The one that I have then.
Are they conscious?
So I'd probably say you'd have Sammy, the little girl.
Hmm. Are these guys conscious?
Do they
You
appear
can make a
conscious?
medicine. Well, they're not conscious, no, but you can make a medicine
Okay.
check to see how injured or damaged they are.
Oh, I can heal them, can't I? Healing hands is the one I'm looking at in features and traits.
Features. Healing hands is an action you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finished a long rest.
So you've
Oh,
already
so
used it.
I've already used it, yeah. But I want to, instead of that, raise the wolf creature to be my...
The Shadow Mastiff.
Animate dead?
Animate dead.
Animate the Shadow
To help it-
Mastiff.
To help it
After I
fight.
close the tab.
Can
don't
I
have to do
go
that
to the
either.
other child
This-
and use spare the dying just so they're stabilized?
Yeah, when you go up to them, you get the sense that they are stabilized. They're not dying. It seems like maybe it's a poison or something that they've been given to keep them quiet.
Right. You can cast Animate Dead without using spell slot. Once you do, you can cast it. Is that all I get from information?
Animate dead.
Yeah, you need to look up the spell Animate Dead.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's got a link to that. Hold on.
Small humanoid. You can't use it
Okay.
on this Mastiff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what you see is two shapes walking towards you. Are you preparing anything? They're about 100 feet away, but you guys can see in dark, so it doesn't really.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna prepare guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Okay.
When they get within 40 feet, I'm going to charge one of them.
Okay,
I'm going
so-
with shadows. I'm just going to go invisible with me and Sammy.
Okay. So as they're getting a little bit closer, you see. Well, Laurence sees who he recognised as Ava. And you all recognise an old woman, hunched back, walking towards you. But as they notice that they clearly see you, before they get within any of your preparations, their forms shift. And they become these wizard, green-skinned hags. White hair, drawn out features, sunken cheeks, and they are coming at you quickly now, realizing that you have found out what's happened. And for a second, Nithra, she flits between being Nithra, then Sophia, and then the hag. But Laurence is the only one that saw Ava and Sophia.
Evil bakers, evil bakers.
Evil bakers.
Yeah, just letting you guys know these are the evil bakers. I don't know that it matters. We just gotta kill them now. But
Death to the bakers.
I usually don't believe in this stuff, but children's crossing a line.
Yes.
So they get within 40 feet. So who are you charging?
Oh, I've you know what? I'm gonna charge Sophia. Yeah,
Sophia.
Yeah. So I got my charge attack.
I'm basically going to use this as a surprise round, so all of your stuff go off, and then roll initiative.
Brilliant. I get a 22 to hit.
Perfect. Hits.
Yeah. When I charge, I hit it with a horns attack. Takes an extra 1d6 piercing damage. Okay, I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw if you'd be so kind.
Strength. Oh, that is a 12.
12 passes the bull's DC.
Okay.
I was not knocked prone, and I rolled poorly on my damage, so that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points.
As I charge in and do that damage.
And then, Obsidian, did you have something prepared?
Yeah, so I was preparing guiding bolt, which has a range of 120 foot.
Yep. Who are you aiming at, Ava or Sophia?
Ava. Well, I would just say the non-old one. The other one.
They both look very similar in age now that they're in hag form.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll aim for Ava.
Yeah.
So I need to make a ranged spell attack against the target. So I'll roll to hit, and then I plus my attack spell bonus. That'd be a natural 20 plus 6.
Oh my god, double the dice.
Oh, it's good.
Oh shit. I'm using it at second level, so that's 5d6 naturally radiant damage. So is that 10d6 of damage?
No, roll 5. Well, or roll 5d. No, actually do it properly. 10d. Yeah.
10d6.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
here.
one shot this.
4.
What?
Who's gonna keep count?
Hang on, let me do. Okay.
4.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
2.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
6.
Yeah.
4. 1. How many rolls was that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, make this count. 2. 4. 5.
It's 38.
38 points of damage. You just blast her in her whole shoulder, just almost disintegrates from the power of this radiant energy that you've summoned from Zarin. Seeing the undead mastiff just course that anger coursing through your vein, and yeah.
What?
So yeah, if we all roll initiative now, because you didn't prepare anything attack wise, did you?
No, he's invisible with the kids.
Dex.
No,
Yeah.
I'm hiding with Fanny.
Right. So if we all roll initiative.
It's a 10.
17.
One sec. So what was them again?
14 Obsidian.
10, Laurence.
Yep.
17.
Okay, so at the top of the round, it is Dex that actually goes first.
I'm gonna. Who did you attack, Laurence?
6 o'clock.
I attacked Sophia, did a tiny amount of damage, and then she attacked Ava and did a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna put down Sammy and attack Sophia with Toll of the Dead. Duh.
Wisdom fails. She got 5.
Amazing.
Sweet. So was it 2d6?
2d12.
2d12.
Oh my god! Sorry guys, I've got a terrible memory.
Right.
A 2, a 2 and a 3. How nice.
Who were you attacking? Sorry,
Sophia.
Sophia. So 5.
But then also Eldritch in her face.
Yep. 2 beams come flying at her.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a d20, see if you hit.
Yeah, so I rolled a 10, so probably
So
not.
+6, which is 16.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh,
Which doesn't hit. So roll another d20 for your second attack.
16 doesn't hit. That's bad.
20
20.
Nat
Well,
20?
natural 20.
plus 6, so 26.
So roll 2d10.
Okay. Thank you so much. 2 and a 6.
8, yeah.
Still damage. So you can see these energies just blasting into them, and Sophia looks worried for Ava. You can see her glancing over and just looking at her.
Mm.
And then it is Miss Obsidian.
Oh, go guiding bolt that.
So that's a Dex.
No.
Natural 1. Guiding
No,
bolt.
Guiding bolt, I roll to hit. You don't do a saving
Sacred
throw.
flame.
That-
Isn't it?
yeah. Which I'll do.
Should have
anyway.
failed anyway.
15 plus 5 is a 20. On that
Yep,
20.
that hits.
2 hits. Right, and now we're just doing 5d8. 5d6 even. No, gonna.
Yep,
Make a
1
note.
second. Yep.
5.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
5.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
How many is that?
4, so you got 1 more.
2.
And that was to
Ava.
which one? Ava, the one you hit before. You can just see that Ava is being absolutely pummeled by this energy. She looks bad. She looks like she's starting to stagger. You can see these scorch marks are just opening on her body and just burning, and skin starting to flake away from these blasts.
And may I do a
And-
sacred flame?
Yes, that's the Dex one, isn't it?
Yes.
Dex +1, so that's an 11.
No.
So what does she
So that's
take for these?
1d8 of radiant. Oh, and 2d8 of radiant damage.
Okay.
So I'm casting it as a 5th level cleric. 5, 4, 9.
For 9 points of damage.
Amazing.
How much radiant damage have I done to this poor hag? Just happened
Well,
to be that. Well, she
let's
was murdering
say they're
children,
on-
so
So you've done 60 points of raging damage to this to this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Clerics are
You
good.
are pummeling this poor woman who's not even got, who's like, she's about 60 feet away from you at this point. So that was, now it goes to Mr. Laurence.
Yeah, I'm just
You
going
can just
to...
see these bolts just flying past your face and pummeling into this other hag that's next to you.
Proud of you, kid. Just gonna do. I'm staying in my bull form, even though it's not technically great. And I'm just gonna make a horns attack on Ava.
On Ava.
Yeah. So let's.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a 24.
Ooh, that hits.
And the damage. Actually, let's use the same kind of dice. Got my red dice. 2 + 4 is 6 points of piercing damage.
Guys, so these horns and just catch her in a vital spot and just rip into her skin, and blood just comes pouring out. Laurence, you can just see just this red splash across your face as you've ripped into her. They haven't even had a go yet. So now what they are going to do is it just seems, yeah, in a panic, Sophia is just going to claw at Laurence, who is just ripped into his sister.
Amazing.
So,
as a bull, I have a lower AC and a different number of hit points.
Josh, are you within 30 foot of me?
No.
no.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My AC is 11.
And DC. So that is going to be 13 points of damage.
Brilliant. So yeah, I go from 36 down to 23 with my new hit point score.
And yeah,
I don't
Ava's
die.
gonna do this.
I don't die if I go down to 0. I just revert.
You just go back. And Ava's going to do the same as you've ripped into her. These claws just come slashing down across your face. But that is only going to be, what did you say? 11 was your
AC? Yeah.
So, yeah, that's still going to hit. That's 7 + 6.
Yep.
With the same.
The face of the DMs who's rolling.
My brain. So that's 21 points of damage as she rakes these claws across her face, just catching probably your eye.
21 points of damage?
21 points of damage.
Okay. That's not a great place to be in, but I'm so happy that I got to soak up that damage with this other form. Oh, it's worth it. Okay.
And it goes back to Dex. So you see these two hags just pummeling into bull form Laurence.
Not happy about it, if I'm honest.
Not happy.
I'll do. Can I shoot 2 different people with the Eldritch? I can't I? The 2 blasts.
Yeah.
So let's do that, and I know how to do
One
it now.
each.
So I roll a d20, like, come on,
Like.
17 plus
yeah, that
6,
hits.
isn't it?
That hits
Well,
the
that's
first
right.
one.
So
Is
then,
that for Ava or Sophia? The first
who's
one.
So Sophia, I think.
Sophia. Okay.
And then 2d12, right? So a 12, mother liquor, and a 4.
Eldritch Blast is 1d10.
Oh,
So this is for the first attack, so 1d10.
I was so confident.
That's Toll the Dead.
I wrote down the wrong thing on the bit of paper. Right. Okay. So 3.
3. Okay, and then do your one to hit Ava.
6.
No,
plus 6 is 12. It's 12
not
altogether.
going to hit.
Damn, all right.
You're just trying to not hit Laurence, and she's just clawing, and she's becoming desperate at this point.
That's only his action. Haha.
Yeah, that's only your action. You could do Toll the Dead on one of them.
You know me well.
Make that wisdom save. It's a 5. So that's 2d12 or 1d12?
Yeah. 2d12. 1
2d12.
and a 6.
Who are you doing that on?
Ava, the one I didn't
Ava.
hit.
Oh, okay. You can just... She's clawed Laurence, now she's just gripping her head, and there is blood starting to come out of her ears and just in the corner of her eyes. She looks like she's taken a lot of damage. And her sister is now visibly scared.
I can't talk on the ball. I can't say things.
So it goes to Obsidian.
Guiding bolt, please.
Guiding bolt, which one?
Which is when I will do Ava. I could actually, I've worked out, I could, because it's a first level spell, but I'm using a second level spell slot, so it's more damage. I can use guiding bolt 7 times.
What? Wow. Oh, you mean with all of your spell slots? Yeah.
Okay, so guiding bolt, you just roll to attack, do you?
Yeah, ranged. 16 plus 5.
Yep, it hits.
Right, I'm using it as a second level spell, which will be my last slot I can use it as, which is 5d6. Lil, you ready?
You, as a hint at the DM, I'd use it at first level.
Or leave Ava to me. I'll finish her off and hit the other one.
Yeah, okay, if you want to do Sophia. Yeah, still hits. They've got the same AC. So hang on 1 second. Hang on. One man. Yes.
That was a 2.
Okay.
6.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
6.
Okay, so this other light, all you can see is from the direction of Obsidian, and that's just these bolts just hitting in to both of these creatures that are in front of you, but they are still standing at this moment.
May I use Sacred Flame?
Yep. That's a Dex. Which one, Sophia again?
Sophia, yeah.
Natural 20. Feeling these bolts hit her, she just knows what to expect and just nimbly moves out the way. And it goes to Mr. Ballman.
Mr. Ballman is going to do several things. The polymorph fades.
Okay.
So I shift back into my normal form. And I do something which you guys have never seen from Laurence before, which is I end my psychic whispers with you guys. I would like to roar.
Okay.
Take Ava's head between my hands.
And do the
thing.
Do the thing with the things.
I'd like to do the thing with my things. So of my 2 attacks, the first one is a 17.
Hits.
And the second one's gonna hit as well. So let's roll. I don't care if I go. I don't care if I go over. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. No, do it.
Do this one person. Okay, that's gonna be 15 total points of psychic damage. As
how are you ending this?
You guys see get up, maddened, enraged, just bellow. Nice pacifist Laurence, just in a complete rage, grab this person's head. 2 red spears of psychic energy go out from my palms through her skull on either side and sort of like emerge from like the other side of my hands. No blood happens. Then I crush her skull, slam the remains into the wall, and turn around and bellow again.
2 attacks. 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 2 attac You're violent. And you just see this hag's body drop. As soon as these red just drops to the floor. And you hear Sophia howl. She screams, turning on Laurence, and just this claw comes straight for your throat. So that is 22.
22 hits.
22 does hit. For a 6, 7, 14 plus 4. 17 points of damage.
Uncanny dodge.
I thought so.
8 damage. Laurence is not looking good, but also doesn't look like he's going to stop.
And you can see she, as you're face to face with her, she just, you can't tell whether it's sadness, madness, just intently looking at you now. And it goes to the top of the round for Mr. Snakes.
I want to unleash my divine energy just because I can and turn into a big skeleton winged thing and try and scare the shit out of her. I want to speak this to be the last thing that she sees. So sorry again for learning how to do it, but it's must succeed. Wait, hold on. Creatures within 10 feet of you that can see you must each succeed a charisma saving throw. DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier is what it says.
Yeah, so 14. So do you need to get within 10 feet in order to do that?
Yeah, she's, at the moment, she's about, so she was 40 feet away from you. So, yeah.
Oh, what? All right, but do I still look like that, though?
You can walk up 30 feet and then that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, sick. Well, yeah, that's what I want to do, yeah.
Okay. What was the DC?
8.
She got a
plus
14.
So 14. So she fails.
I succeed.
Oh, do all of you have to do it as well?
Just me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So is she frightened then?
Yeah.
Sick. And then I'm gonna, because I get one more move, right?
You get a bonus action, yeah.
Bonus action.
So I can't do an Eldritch in that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Old Faithful. All right. Come on. Oh, I got an 8. Plus 6.
Not going to hit on the first one. What about the second one?
16 plus 6.
Yeah, that hits.
And then 1d10, right?
Yep.
Come on, 6.
6.
Plus an extra plus 3 necrotic because he's in this form.
Oh, thank you very much.
So 9 points of damage. Okay. You see her go. She can't go white, but she goes pale green as she looks at you, not able to miss this attack, and it looks like she's about to run on her turn away.
Riot.
So that goes to Obsidian.
Come on, Obsidian.
Guiding bolt, please. Just standing at this end of the corridor in darkness.
What level are you casting it at?
1. First level spell slot, which is 4d6. If I hit. 17?
Yep, hits.
Okay. 5.
Yep.
6.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
3.
Damn.
That is a good spell, that.
I've done like 100 points of radiant damage.
You watch as she turns to almost start turning to run, and you just catch her in her shoulder like you did her sister, and it just scorches through her flesh. You still got a bonus action?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. That's That's an 11.
No.
You do
Yeah.
so much damage.
Pardon?
I was just saying she
5.
does so much damage.
3, so
She's
8.
not 8 points of damage.
Radiant.
Radiant damage. You two, you just see these. You're used to this by now. It's like bolts of this light. You just see it as like white streaks come past your face, pummeling into this hag. But she's still standing, but she is starting to sway. Blood is just dripping from every part of her by now. And it goes to Bullman. Well, no longer Bullman.
That's all good. I'll be Bullman. Same thing, I'm afraid. More attacks. Both of those are a 21.
Both hit.
Yeah. And the damage. Only 14 points of psychic damage this time round.
How do you end her?
Oh my gosh.
She was on 13 HP.
I think with an agility that is surprising for how big and careful he usually is. Going to duck down, like crouch really low, and these psychic daggers extend up from my horns and spear into her, and then I just stand up into her body and actually spear it on my horns.
Oh,
And gore, and just boom against one wall, boom against another wall, and then whip her onto the ground where it's just like splat.
Yuck.
as this last hag dies, Obsidian, you hear the cackling from the furnace fade and the light goes out. You guys are out of initiative.
I am not done.
You've
I
gone
like to
go
take the
on.
children and leave. Just leave.
You have to
leave
go back
Laurence.
down. You've got to go
Yeah, I'll
down the
go.
tunnel.
But
I
I'll just get children and leave Laurence to do what he needs to do.
I'm well, I'll use my movement, and then I'll cunning action dash down this hall to try to find somebody else to kill. So
Right.
that's 80 foot of movement down this corridor after I kill Sophia.
You just keep dashing, and it takes you some time. This is a long, long corridor.
Oh, I see. It's long.
But you reach the bakery.
Oh!
You can see piles of what looks like flour, but you can smell that this is not flour.
I think if it's a long run, that gives me time.
It takes you about an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely leave the other guys behind and don't stop.
Yeah.
But by the time I reach this place, finally the bloodlust is gone from my system. And my hands are shaking. And I'm covered in blood. And I can see what is clearly the bone meal of children. And I'll just sit in this corridor and have just a little PTSD sesh.
You have your quiet time.
Yeah, and just wait for the others to catch up.
So yeah, for you guys, it takes a little bit longer carrying the sleeping children to the bakery. But when you all meet up, you guys can make your way out, and I guess you take them back to Karen and get them sorted. And yeah.
Hey there, Karen.
Well, howdy, y'all. I see you've got the children back.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? Flynn came back and he was just a mess. And you
These
don't
two
look too
taken-
good yourself.
These two have taken no damage, and then there's me covered in wounds and blood, just head to toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the good news is we've got the children. The bad news is you need a new bakery.
What do you mean we need a new bakery? Did you come in and destroy my bakery?
Well, baking staff maybe, and I probably wouldn't use their produce.
But we all received baskets to
Oh.
try and get us through this time.
Listen, we're not gonna get into why. We're not. But look at me. Look at my body. Take it from me. Take it from me, Karen. You're going to want to get rid of everything from the bakery. You're going to want to burn that building to the ground and start fresh. Okay?
Right. Well, I feel like this is a situation where I don't ask many questions. I'm just very grateful to you all for bringing these guys back safe.
Oh, and you can burn the cottage in the woods without fearing ghosts anymore.
Cottage? Oh, the nice Nothra's cottage. Well, we wouldn't burn that. That's someone's home.
She kidnapped the kids and was killing them.
At that goes pale white. Right. We'll get on that soon. Yeah. You might want to stay and just write down what happened.
Yeah.
If I go around burning buildings, they're gonna ask questions.
Burn everything. Guys, I need to take a walk. Actually, I'm gonna go to the lake and have a little bath. You guys do the paperwork or whatever for a minute. All right.
Sure, Laurence.
Before Laurence goes, I want to grab your arm, cure wounds,
Bless you.
which is 1d8 plus experiment, which is 3.
I get 3 back.
Sorry, bear with. So I was just working out what my spell modifier was because I'm not a bard. And it's not charisma. And now I can't find my d8. That's useless.
I think it's a cleric. It's wisdom.
Yes. There it is. Ah, 8 plus 3.
Oh,
You
beautiful.
get 11 back.
Oh, I'm back up to 19 with that. Oh.
Woohoo!
Take a deep breath. You kids did real good. And hey, I'm really sorry that you saw that. It's not at all what I wanted.
I think Sabine just smiles and just says, "There's no judgment here, or for what comes after."
That means an awful lot to Laurence.
Oh. You did good, Laurence. Well done.
You two did good, and you didn't get hurt. That's the main thing. And we saved a couple kids.
Yeah, that's the real main thing.
Yeah. Hooray! We get reputation.
Yeah, so you get a pouch of 550 gold. You also have the Diary of Nessa. You have 3 potions that are worth between 50 and 75 GP each. And I'm guessing there's probably not much you want to do in the town, so you might, probably want to get out there as quickly as possible.
I don't know. What do you guys have anything you want to do?
Escape?
Okay, I conquered.
So, same saw. I leave you guys to do the paperwork. I'm gonna go and have a bath, and just get all this blood off of me, and see
Sure.
the red just soak out into this crystal clear water. I'm gonna get out of the water. I'm just going to go to the blacksmith's super quick.
Okay,
Knock on the door.
come in.
Hey, it's Laurence from before.
Yes. Well, thank you for sending my son back unharmed.
He got back okay.
Yes, yeah. Well, he knows the woods quite well.
That's all I needed to know.
He's safe.
My hat is a bit battered and beaten up. It's just by my side, but I just... Ma'am, if you're ever in the capital, I owe you a drink, but...
Seems like you more need some rest.
I have to rain check it for now.
And as you leave, she just goes back to tinkering. And while this is all happening, are you reading the diary a bit more? Or are you trying to find out a little bit more about?
I think I've gone to the Traveller's Tale Inn to write a statement and also read the diary.
So when you read the diary a bit more, it talks of a woman called Nessa who had 2 children and was discovered to be a daughter of a hag. She was raised differently and she didn't feel like that was what she wanted her life to be. So she wanted a normal life. But the townsfolk of Thornindwen found out, not wanting to ruin the reputation of a tourist town, killed her in the temple of Zarin. Which is why there is no temple anymore.
Because they desanctified it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the daughters, the children,
Yeah.
were Ava and Sophia.
So some kind of revenge against the town for killing their mom?
Yeah, in the back of the book, it's got like scrawled writing, revenge, we know what you did.
Yeah, so I'm going to put in the kind of statement, just a side note, try not to destroy any places of worship.
Yeah.
just FYI.
Consecrated. That's
Yeah,
You
but
brought this on yourselves, basically.
also when you sit down, the Benny will come over and he will tell you what the potions are because he is an alchemist as well.
Yay!
So it is 1 potion of diminution, which is the red liquid filled, which basically he explains that there is a chance of reducing your size or enlarging your size when the person drinks it.
Laurence.
There is a potion of rapid combat, which the person who drinks it feels a sense of bravery and they gain extra bonus actions for however many hours.
Interesting.
And he also says that there is quite a weird one within the bunch called Potion of Goose. When someone drinks it, they turn into a goose and they can only communicate in honks. But it does add an extra 1d4 to stealth and intimidation checks. I was really hoping someone was going to drink that one and be like, right, you're a goose now. You just have to honk at people. And it lasts for a minute.
Oh,
we should have done.
That would have been so funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's always next time.
Exactly. And that is where the story will end, with you handing the children over and going back to the capital.
Yay! Lily, congratulations! Big round of applause.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was so good.